Dude, I can't breathe in this thing. Oh my god, I can't. No, the bit's over. Hold on. Jesus, man. Hi, chat. Happy Halloween. Can I give you some advice before we start the stream? Never. Fortnite costumes don't come in adult sizes. Oh my god, No, this whole bit was a terrible idea. Cut the music. Hi. Happy Halloween, everybody. Welcome to the Poison Type Holiday Special. We're gonna be... I literally... Look at this. Look at this thing. This was supposed to be an adult medium. I could wrap this around a thigh. Whatever. Hi. Welcome to the stream. It's a very, very special Halloween stream today. It was a happy Halloween, but you became Fortnite. Listen. Mask up or mask down? What do you think? What works? We're gonna do something that I haven't done in like 10 years, chat room, and I'm very happy you're gonna be joining me for it. But you're not the only one joining me for it. Would you like to welcome our very special guest?
This is a terrible decision.
What
are we doing with our lives?
It's Magnus Smash, everybody. Are you on? You're not even on camera.
I'm not even on camera.
Get your chair. Like, let's just get this on the road. Okay. Is the music still playing? I thought I turned it off. Okay, go away. Hey. Welcome to the Poison Type Holiday Special.
It's exciting.
Where I finally got my roommate and closest friend Magnus Smash to join me for a stream.
I'm here.
He's here. And you're here.
I'm excited. We're all here. We're all having fun. We're all having a great spooky holiday.
It's gonna be a great spooky holiday. You know, well, no.
Look at my background. It's even got pumpkins. I knew it was coming.
See, I figured that everyone's doing like spooky stuff. We don't need to be that spooky, right? So instead, are you doing card tricks? You want to just rip off more Germa's content with me?
I will let you know. I can't even shuffle a deck.
Let me get chat in front of me here. Is my laptop gonna? Is that gonna? Are we gonna?
I think it's okay. I'm gonna turn mine slightly kiltered. There you go. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm off screen.
Just FYI, I think the camera's focusing on the microphone and not you. Well, I didn't plan for any of this, really. Like originally, my plan was gonna be like to do a Fortnite stream, in Fortnite costume for the very first time, even though I've never played Fortnite before. But that's a terrible idea. So last second, like I wound up finding a Crom here. Look, he's Crom from Super Smash Brothers. And what does Crom do, chat? Is it still focusing on the microphone?
Focusing on the microphone.
Do I just get it out of frame entirely?
Yeah, I think that might be the best. Yeah, there you go. It's just having trouble with the saturated light.
You're the one who said to turn the ring light on. Did I turn that light off?
Yeah, probably turn that light off. We're good at this.
Well,
we're professionals.
Like I said, instead of doing the...
That might be a little too dark.
Yeah, that's way better, right?
That's so much better. I like the blue aesthetic.
Well, I have a flickering blue light because you secretly installed a Wi-Fi light in my room.
Yeah, I still haven't done the prank I wanted to do with that. I'm getting around to it.
Well, hold on.
This is fine. This is fine.
What am I trying to say?
This is fine. Look, it's focused-ish. I think that just resetting it refocused it.
So instead of doing something spooky, chat, like there's enough spooky out there. We're not going to play horror games. We're not going to do like full playthrough Amnesia co-op. Does Amnesia have co-op? I don't know because we're not going to do it. Instead.
Pretty sure there's a mod for that.
Okay, go for it. Get the.
Oh, go. Okay. I thought you were talking about getting the Amnesia mod.
I'd like to invite you to the pumpkin carving stream. Hey, chat, we're gonna carve some pumpkins together. Now, fun fact, I have not carved a pumpkin in probably like a decade.
It's been about that long for me too, now that I think about it.
I don't really know how to do it.
Oh, you did bring the kitchen knives, good.
Yeah, I got a bunch of knives and a kit, and there's like a scoop. And
yes, the scoop is our rice cooker scoop. That's
It's watchable.
yeah, it certainly is. It has seen its days.
Yeah. We'll get some non-spooky mood music, right?
No medical emergencies.
No medical emergencies.
Yeah, no medical emergencies.
Yeah.
We are trained semi-professionals.
So I got a bunch of knives.
All right. What do you got there?
No, well, this is like a professional Target pumpkin carving kit for $3, and I figured this would be enough. But just in case we have extra knives in here. Now, Magnus, when was the last time you carved a pumpkin?
Oh, it's been, God, since I was like 13, at least a decade, if not more.
We talk about Magnus. A lot of you guys know Magnus. He is my roommate, my dear friend. We've been living together about 1.5 years now. We're taking it slow. We haven't held hands yet, but I figure it's only right. It's only good if I get him on my stream at some point. I've tried to get him to play some Spelunky. I've tried to get him to do some stuff, but this is
my wheelhouse right here.
But you're kind of building a name for yourself.
It's starting. It's slow but sure, but it's happening. I'm challenging my fate.
Yeah, good. I mean, he's only doing this so you go and follow him. So go and follow him, chat.
You don't have to tell.
Well, I mean, that's already put the link. Can you please carve a Sunset 61 Mindy? I don't know how do you...
Oh, yeah, we're just gonna get started with it?
Be more pomp and circumstance?
How much circumstance do we need for pumpkins?
Not even considering the pump. No, they even have like
we
a
got
googly
pumpkins.
eyes kit. You see my beg pumpkin in furnace? I did. Did I see? Wait. Talking about Max.
I don't trust boys with a knife, but you trust me?
Hey guys, I'm not
Why?
Max. I found his password and now I'm here, lol. Yeah, but you put on a good show in that Assassin's Creed race you were doing, right?
Sunset, you believe in me.
That's pretty fantastic. How do you start carving a pumpkin like this?
Usually cut out the top and you get that out, and then you start just scooping the guts.
Yeah, but this is a lot of pumpkin, and this is like a tiny little.
I think you might have gotten the child-sized Fortnite costume and the child-sized pumpkin.
I ordered them
carving
differently, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. No, this is for like a gourd or something.
That's fine. Yeah, see? In and out. Nice and easy. But I got the fruit knife. Nerd. for half a second, you're wielding that like, I'm just gonna stab him and take his knife.
No. It's gonna be a short Halloween stream.
A short Halloween stream and a long hospital visit.
Lately, I've been doing a lot of bits and stuff, right? And I've been doing the poison talk stuff, and I have other projects in the works. But I figure for today, for Halloween, it doesn't have to be like poison wire using the little knife. This isn't. No, because this one doesn't. This has a serrated edge, but this one's pointier.
I'm actually gonna take out the cape right now. It is going to get wrecked. Hey, you stole my fruit knife.
Yeah, well, this is.
That's fine. We won't need it till later.
Jeez.
Okay. Yeah, now we should start rolling the guts out.
Okay.
Actually, man, I wish I had a fruit
Poison
knife for this.
fingies, knife away from body. I'm not gonna cut myself, Chad. I promise I'm not going to go to the hospital today. How did you made this look easy?
It is easy. You're making it look awful hard.
Well, I think okay. The tough part's done, right?
Oh, I forgot how pumpkin smelled. That is
Yeah, just dump that on the floor.
pungent.
There we go, perfect.
Yeah, nailed it. Got it in one.
I'll get this out now.
Oh, this feels different.
Don't do that, poison. No, well, it wouldn't come up, so I figured if it goes down, it can come back up.
The best part about the pumpkin carving stream is the risk of injury.
Jesus Christ, why is it?
Remember to always point the knife directly towards your important organs, like the heart.
I really thought that this would be. Yeah, kids do this like every year. I figured this would be something we could just pop in and do.
Maybe they shouldn't. You're having a lot more trouble with this than I expected you to, honestly.
I'm not good at everything. Okay, I have it.
There you go.
I have it.
I mean, it has been like a decade. We're just a little out of practice, is all.
Should I like?
Are you still having trouble getting the head out?
Well, yeah, because
you jammed it in there with anger, like Unga Bunga tried to just.
No, I'm gonna cut a little more off. The parents do the hard part. This all feels like the hard part. Just like a little bit there.
Boy, pumpkins have really gross insides.
Well, see, I have a friend out who owns a pumpkin patch, and he offered me like a bunch of pumpkins he wasn't going to sell. I didn't realize because they were all kind of rotten. But it's fine. Chet can't smell it. Ooh, 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 ooh. I think we got it.
Oh, we winning? Are you winning?
I think we got it.
It doesn't need to be completely cleaned out. It's fine for the most part.
Oh my god, alright, cool.
There you go.
Hey,
there you go.
Hey, we started
Step
pumpkin.
1 complete.
Cool. Alright. So yeah, Magnus actually is one of the people who inspired me to stream more than just about anybody else, because he did it first.
Yeah, in name, I suppose.
In a way.
In a way.
No,
I started doing Smash first.
you did a little bit of Smash Brothers and a little bit of Halo 3, right?
Yeah, a little bit of Halo 3, and then did Isaac one day, and I kind of fell off with it because I didn't find necessarily the people I wanted to, and like, you need a community when it comes to Twitch, and you need to be able to like have people around you. And I've had the great fortune, thanks to you, that a lot of those people that, because our brands do seem kind of similar, they gravitate towards you, and as a result, they've found their way into my orbit, and it's been really nice getting to know everybody and finding this group of people that come watch me and like hang out. And it's really cool.
Really should have gotten smaller.
And of course, Jesse, you are responsible for it as well. Jesse, I tell you all the time on my stream how appreciative I am of you for what you've done for me and my emotes and my community. I love you. Thank you.
Yeah, but she likes to type in caps.
Yeah, I noticed.
I love her though.
Good.
No, it's something like, before I started it, you were doing it back like a year or so ago. And why am I wearing long sleeves for this?
This is, yeah, that's probably not the, I went sleeveless personally.
I've given up. We're gonna.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, man, it's something like, I mean,
There's gonna be seeds all over the floor.
should have gotten a bucket.
Only.
No,
I like the idea that chat just thinks we're just throwing this on the carpeted floor.
chat, we have a dog.
It's gonna be the worst cleanup later.
The pumpkin seeds are good for dogs, right? But no, like, I don't know. You're familiar with Poison Talks. You've heard of it a couple times, and I've forced Magnus to watch a lot of my content. But a lot of,
I've also done it voluntarily.
something like, it's something that really fascinates me is the idea of people getting started on Twitch, you know. And it's been really cool having someone close to me do that in real time and watching you succeed. Magnus had like 50 viewers today, chat.
Yeah, it was really cool by the end, and they all got to watch me suffer through the worst Tana Jacob run I've ever had.
But it's like, it's interesting. It's cool, isn't it?
It is. It's so cool.
How empty do these things have to be before you can
Not
carve
extremely, but I'm at that point. You kind of want to get most of the seeds out. Get the goop. You want to just grab most of the goop. We should maybe I should go grab some paper towels real quick, huh? Might be good. Might be good. Yeah, you're right.
That's what drew me to Twitch in the first place. Twitch and gaming. It's like watching Germa and watching Star, like just playing games with their pals.
That's right, Cito.
Yeah. Watching people play games with their pals, you know, like that's what's super interesting to me about the world we live in. That you can just make pals on the internet and people can watch you and then they can become your pals too. And I don't know, it's cool having a close friend of mine in proximity and emotionally, seeing some success on a similar level to mine. So
Getting there.
I'm proud of you.
I mean, I'm proud of you too. I mean, look at what you've created. I mean, not the pumpkin, but like the rest.
I don't think today's stream is going to be a great example of the things I've created. For being totally honest here.
Okay, yeah, I am.
Terravin, thank you for the host.
Pretty good.
You're pretty good?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
I don't have my headphones in, but like...
Yeah, we're not hearing like any of the audio. I think you just put the Stardew soundtrack on, right?
I think so. How are the levels, chat? Can you see us okay? Can you hear us okay? I know it's blurry, but it's not like I ever planned anything too far ahead of time.
Host train,
Backer,
let's
thank you
go.
for the host. Okay, now what?
Now
That's the...
Let me see.
the...
Let me see. Make sure you... Oh yeah, you'd probably get a few more seeds out of there. That's kind of where you want it to be.
Professional.
Neither? That's my secret. I've actually been training for this in private. I knew about this for months in advance. I knew you were gonna come to me 2 hours ago and be like, hey, you want to carve pumpkins tonight?
Hey. That takes some of the mystique out of it. Act like we've planned this for a long time. Now, I was gonna do this solo, but I figured...
Oh, you get to give him a peek behind the curtain, but I don't?
It's my stream. I need to be in charge of things. I'm a control freak, you know?
Yeah, that's understandable.
Okay, how many seeds do we need to get down?
just the majority.
Planning this for a long time, 2 hours is a long time. Listen, with the bigger events I do a lot of planning and a lot of, like...
research and homework.
Yeah, but it doesn't have... That's what I was saying at the start. It doesn't have to be like that every time, you know?
Yeah. We're just doing an impromptu pumpkin carving stream. It's just... It's a little, it sure promptu. Feels like it.
It's a little bit promptu.
There's a touch of promptu to it.
Did I miss any hosts? Thank you, Mongo and Backhurts and Terravin and,
my God,
and Sunset by Plane.
Hosts. Yeah. Alright. I'm ready to start carving.
There's the same number of seeds as when I started pulling out more seeds because you told me to pull out more seeds.
They just keep growing. It's happening in real time. Okay. Find the good side.
I didn't even host, I know. Thank you, Jess. Thank you for the host. Appreciate it. You still have Pop-Tarts in the house. Asking for a friend. I do.
So, are we going to be...
They're better with a little hot sauce.
We're going to be taking suggestions from the chat on what we should carve.
I hate carving pumpkins because I suck at it. Oh, well, I literally haven't done this in ages. I mean, well, there's some obvious stuff. I feel like...
Spooky ghosts and skeletons. The Mona Lisa.
No, none of those. Zero of those things. I was thinking... Eve, you think of those. I was thinking, like... We could carve maybe a sea toad. Maybe a bun, maybe a Jigglypuff, maybe a Mungo. There's all kinds of things we can carve here. But the ghost, thank you, the host. Oh, that rhymes. All right, there's a towel like right here. I'm gonna grab the towel real quick so we can wipe down our hands.
That sounds good. I'm just littering this with grease. All right.
Yeah, I just don't have a very big room.
I wonder what that is.
Well, because when we moved in, like, you wanted the big room. And I don't go out or do anything or have people over or whatever, but...
Okay, first pumpkin's done.
Okay. Alright, so now what?
Put a tea light in it. See how it looks. You draw on the pumpkin? Oh, we might be doing it incredibly wrong.
We haven't started doing it wrong yet. Well, you have.
You don't know.
You draw on the pumpkin, here you go.
Hey, you got a lighter? Here you go. Thank you. Alright, let's see.
You probably want to light it and then drop it in.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea. Also create a flat surface, maybe. That's something I did not do. I did not create a flat surface at the bottom for the tea light to go into.
Well, I have some, like, markers and stuff we could use.
Yeah, that's probably going to be good moving forward.
Use power tools to carve? I mean, people are already worried for our lives. I don't
we don't need to bring professional grade equipment into this, I don't think.
Oh, Jess, you want to change the title from question mark to Magnus Smash?
I think she already did.
Okay, that makes sense. And I know she shouted you out, but
she did.
She's good about asking permission for me to change my titles because I'm very picky about them for no reason.
Ugh. Are you gonna sit flat?
Just show off the pumpkin.
I'm trying. Okay.
Use a Glock 19 to carve.
If the tea light would be a little bit brighter. Okay. First one's done. What do you think, Street? What do you think? I know it's hard to see. Yeah. What do you think?
We only have so many pumpkins. Like, are you gonna... Don't ruin this for me. Alright. No, we can... Hold on. It looks like you stabbed a pumpkin.
Sufficiently.
Get out of there. Do better.
Try harder.
No, like... Okay. Well, for the first one, should we just do, like, classic faces? We got,
I can work over this. I can work over this. I wanted to have that for me.
Well, here. What's this pumpkin's good side? I think it's right here.
That's about as good as it's gonna get.
So what do you...
What do we think?
You do, like, the triangle eyes and the, like, 3 teeth in the mouth.
The jagged teeth, yeah.
That feels so basic, though.
Add something onto it?
I don't know how this works.
You could like make the mouth and have it like vomiting pumpkin guts and.
I mean, what? Sure. You start. I'm gonna look for a reference. Let me see. I'm gonna Google.
I need a reference as well.
Pumpkin.
I have an idea.
Faces. I mean, okay, so did you see Infernus's pumpkin in my fan art channel? He carved Beg from Spelunky, and it looks fantastic. And I'm sure there's a lot of very fantastic pumpkin artists out there, and you're welcome to share your own pumpkins in chat. But like, markers are dry. Well, I haven't used them in 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, I'll probably do it. Or pumpkin is just a particularly abrasive material.
How come if you Google sunset puff time, it doesn't come up? I figure puff time is a good emote to start with, right? Sunset, send me a high quality picture on Discord of sunset puff time. Would you kindly?
Kindly. I can work over this.
There we go.
Both of these markers are not working.
Okay, cool. So we got. How do we do this? Like,
I'm gonna have to reach it. Oh man, yours works.
I think I gave you the other ones.
Fair, but hurtful.
Should have brought your own markers. We planned for this.
Yeah, you're right. Clearly I'm the one who's at a disadvantage here. All right, when you're done with it, let me know.
Come on.
Good luck making it work, Poison.
All right, so that's what it should look like, with or without the glare. All right. But then how do I carve that? Should I just carve like the lines out? Should I go thicker?
Mine is definitely bigger than the other.
I have an idea.
Oh god, now the other one's bigger than the other one.
What are you doing?
Easy.
Oh yeah, of course, Bible thump. Okay. I mean, I have like an Isaac figure you can use.
Thanks.
My whole life's gonna smell like pumpkin for like 3 months. I wiped it off. I need to redo. All right, so like I'm gonna carve the lines out. So I'm gonna draw them in thicker, right? Right. Rip Isaac.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
He's been in worse places. Like Gehenna.
Like right now.
Like, yeah, this is just a reskinned Caves 2 for him.
I died in some spooky place.
Oh god, there's a tea light down here. Oh, I shouldn't have drawn the whole eye out.
Please don't set my Isaac figurine on fire. Tall Shark and Handsome made that for me custom.
No, I will not, I promise.
This is... I feel like if we had planned this out, we could have done like a practice pumpkin to really figure out how to do it correctly, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. We would have absolutely nailed it. Knowing us. The people who definitely are in charge of their own lives.
We are. We're at least in charge of our streams.
This is true. For better or worse.
You know, Magnus Smash didn't even know what the Binding of Isaac was until I made him play it with me.
Mm-hmm. You were the one who not only showed me the game, but taught me how to play it.
It took like weeks to convince you to actually come in and play. And then you played it for like 6 months straight on the Switch.
Yep, could not. Literally, I lost like 20 pounds playing the game. Like, it's literally all I could do.
Nice though. You wound up on the Switch file. What you got like everything?
I think I got Platinum God, close to.
You got everything done but Lost and Keeper, if I recall.
Yeah, and I can get those done easy now. If I really want to go back to the Switch file and knock it out, it'd be no problem.
Yeah, but now you're used to repentance.
Yeah, I've gotten greedy. Greedier, some might say.
Oh, it's... I mean, we'll do like a little impromptu poison talks. Like, what is it about roguelikes that draws you in particular? Because I could probably answer some of it for you, but I'd like to know.
I mean, it's ultimately the replayability. It's being able to go in, especially Isaac. Isaac does it better than, I've talked about this on stream before, any other roguelike that is out there. Isaac has the replayability. Every single run is new. There's so many different synergies. There's 700 items. Like, there's so much going on at every given time, and every run it feels different and unique and memorable, especially the more successful ones, obviously. But like, yeah, it's It's ultimately what it comes down to. Every run feels different. Every run feels good. Maybe not good, but like it feels like a different game every time. Because like with Gungeon, I like Gungeon. It's fun, it's enjoyable, but once you get the gun to kill your pass and you do the secret bosses and you find all the gun synergies, it's like, okay, now what? With Isaac, there's always a next now what.
That is true. I mean, Isaac in particular is like, for me, it's the pinnacle of what roguelikes are in the modern era, which I suppose is why that's brought it to such a big mainstream audience. I still cannot believe that The Binding of Isaac is caught on the way it did. Like,
it's exciting.
If I ever get Edmund McMillan on Poison Talks, I will ask him, like, how surprised he is that a game about, like... The very first time I ever played Isaac, I picked up a wire coat hanger from, like, my first boss, and then you're playing as a baby with a coat hanger stuck in his head. I'm like, how on earth has this sold, like, 30,000 copies? How on earth has Edmund McMillan not been canceled?
It was a different time. Newgrounds Flash games had different standards than we do today, and we're very fortunate.
It wasn't. It made it big in, like, 2013, 2012.
It was
2011?
It was popular when it was a Flash game. What do you mean?
Well, sure.
We always loved Isaac. Definitely had a lot less going on back then, but like, yeah, there's certainly themes and stuff to it that were it to come out today, people would be like, what are you doing?
True. But it did come out today. Repentance came out like this year.
Yeah, but they didn't add anything extra.
Come on, man. You know what I mean. I know you're being contrarian. But... That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm gonna need to touch it up a little bit, but it's not bad.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. It hasn't worked out exactly the way I wanted, but I think it's recognizable enough. What do you think?
Shut up.
Yeah. What do you think, Chad? Got some Bible thumb. What do you think? I'm gonna put a tea light in there, and also take out the Isaac figurine before we do.
Please. But no, man. Since you started on Twitch, like you're doing a really good job building an audience for yourself.
Kinda. I appreciate the kinda. I'm not an artiste. I've talked about it before on stream. I have two left hands and they're both broken.
You and your cliches, like you are so unafraid to make the dumbest jokes and laugh at them.
Yep.
Boy, my head would fall right off if it weren't screwed on, wouldn't it? Hey, chat.
It's making me sound like a 40s ragtime comedian. Okay, with the tea light.
I'm gonna do this.
Okay, the tea light made absolutely no difference in terms of lighting.
It looks nice. You could probably do like a cut around it a little bit with like a...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Give it a little actual face.
Yeah.
It's kind of pushing it towards the top. Did you take the?
You can take a little one. I'm going back to big stuff.
I'm cool with the little guy. Yeah, once I get Tainted Jacob and Tainted Laz done, people have been asking like, what are you gonna do next? And I don't know.
It's scary, isn't it?
I'm just gonna cut the whole face off if I do this. All right, let's rethink this.
You can't cut the entire thing. You're just gonna have its own face.
Just pull it out.
He's cutting like a big circle. It's just gonna be. It's gonna be. Oh my god.
I'm not good.
No, stop and think. Take a breath. You're good.
I don't know how. I never learned how to think.
That's the other thing. The part that I support is you're never afraid to make the dumb memes and shout references like me. It makes me feel better about doing it.
Okay. Take a step back and think about this for a quarter of a second. I need water.
You're supposed to hold the knife by the blade like I'm doing, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, no, you gotta grip both sides of the blade. That's how you get the best, like, tension on it.
Mine's coming out pretty good.
Fun fact, if you just squeeze the knife handle right at the bottom here and you just start jamming it in there, you'll get some fun red coloring to go along with it.
I'm not bleeding yet. I said no medical emergencies. I'm gripping the top of the blade, so it's okay. Just to get it in.
All right. How do I make a face? How do I make a hole for a face without getting rid of the face? This is the part about pumpkins that I've never understood. It's the layers. They're like ogres.
We have some onions in the fridge if you'd rather carve those.
I'm gonna eat it like an apple in front of you on stream.
You would. Well, one of the very first times I came in to like see you stream and support my friend, you ate like a whole egg.
You brought me the egg!
That does not make me culpable for your decisions.
What was I supposed to do?
Literally anything else. Like, you're not Sylvester Stallone. I have him copyrighted. He's in my basement.
Oh, you moved into the basement. Will that work? No, that won't work.
Oh, mine's gonna look good. Okay. Need the little one for a sec.
Go for it. I'm still.
You're still trying to navigate a pumpkin? Show chat.
It's literally the same as it was. I've made no fundamental changes to it. I'm just.
Well, think about it.
Damn.
Okay. I don't. You've had enough stress in your life today. You don't need more of this. I didn't get you on to bully you. It turns out I like you very much.
Do two C's.
That's something that that's something you've helped me learn.
Oh, I see what you're saying. That's a good idea. Do two C's. Yeah.
What are you back in college?
Hey, gets degrees. Oh wait, I know I failed.
You've helped teach me in the last couple of years because I've only known you for 4 or 5 years now, right?
It's been 5 or 6 now. I think I was actually just thinking about it the other day. When did we first right when I moved up here, right when we started working together is when we hit it off. Yeah. Do you ever talk about that with your chat? The reason that we hit it off, or is it too embarrassing?
I've brought it up.
Okay, good.
I've told the full story, really. Why is this side so much thicker? There's seeds in the way.
Why is there 2 poisons I have diplopia?
No, So I worked at a little restaurant, day of the week themed restaurant at a local mall. We'll call it just for anonymity's sake, we'll call it TGI Fridays.
Yeah.
I worked at a TGI Fridays, and
it seems ridiculous enough to seem made up, right?
And around the time Magnus moved to New York from Florida, another TGI Fridays around us closed, right? So my store and the TGI Fridays that closed combined our workforces. And so everyone who was from my store was looking at the people from the other store I don't know if I trust them. People from the other store
West Side Story.
Yeah. I don't know. It's very cliquey. Restaurant business is very cliquey. And around the same time, Magnus moved up from Florida and got a job there. So he got a job at a time when 2 stores that didn't get along all that well were mixing their coworkers. So everyone from my store thought he was from the other store. Everyone from the other store thought he was from my store. So nobody talked to him. Is that a fair statement?
I mean, I definitely talked with people, but I definitely didn't forge any close connections in the early days.
Because nobody trusted you, because you're from that other store.
I'm a triple agent. I'm actually from corporate.
It was undercover boss. But then one day, I believe we were
bringing some food out to a table, and we were at the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm translating for non-restaurant people.
Okay.
And
I could probably cut that.
And I went to make a Futurama reference, and you finished my
sandwiches.
And then I had the thought oh, hello fellow nerd, how have I not picked up on this? And then I had the thought yeah, we should be friends. Let me get your number. And we were out by the front door, and I went to pull out my phone to get your number, and I had a notification from a gacha game that I was playing at the time on my phone, and I quick put it away before he could see, so he wouldn't judge me too harshly before we became friends. And he's like, oh, you play Dream Girlfriend too? And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, now I need your number so I can bury you in the woods.
No one can know.
And that's the story of how Magnus and I met. Then he came over and we played some Smash Brothers, and And to be fair, Dream Girlfriend was actually a well-made game. I liked that one. I only spent a couple $100 on it. Tasteful.
I'm a free-to-play guy, but I agree, it was
tasteful.
Yeah.
Don't Google it.
This is how I met your...
No, Magnus and I are heterosexual.
Anemone Rose, yes. Dream Girlfriend was the name of... I believe still currently is the name of the app. I think it's still going. I mean, I don't know. It's definitely not on my phone. Don't check. But I think it's still going.
And in the time I've known you, I feel like our senses of humor have merged into one horrible Cthulhu-like being.
Oh yes, we have the funny Borg. Oh, can I get the tiny?
Yeah, for now.
That's a little bit better. Get this just about done. It's gonna... the face is on the verge of falling out already, but I'm cutting it as close as I can to give it that face appeal.
Oh, that face appeal?
Yeah. No, that thing I don't want.
It's cute.
I think that's good. It's right on the verge. All right, how's that, chat? What do you think? What do you think? We got some Bible thump. Does that look good? Does that look like Bible thump? Good looking thumpy? Maybe.
It came out good.
It came out pretty good, I think. Thank you for the advice on the 2 C's, Jess. Surprising that Jessie Bebb, the woman who made my emotes, knows how to do art. Weird, isn't it?
Crazy, right?
Yeah, wild.
That's what I was saying. That's why I brought up the origin story, is because, like, for most of my life, most of my friendships, we're gonna say, not combative, just very, like, weirdly competitive. Like, weirdly, everything is a little bit, like, everything has to be a joke at somebody's expense. Everything has to be, no disrespect to, like, Salt City Slayer or any of my old friends who come in here, but, like, it's not...
I see him at the top of your subs list.
Oh, it's certainly no disrespect because he gave me 20 subs for my birthday.
Oh, yeah, absolutely not.
But, like, there's a lot of...
I got birthday stream next week. I don't know what I'm going to do for it. I'm just going to start carving out the next one.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You want me to just start carving through them because I might be a little bit more efficient about it? Maybe save some time?
Yeah, dude, sure. Mine's coming along really well.
Hey, pumpkin.
But like growing up, a lot of the friendships that I had were very like pick on each other. Like every joke has to be to make someone else like look a little worse so you can look a little better.
Yeah.
And it's really nice that having like healthy male friendships like that are built on mutual respect and you're allowed to show like heterosexual male attention. I feel like there's not a lot of that. There's certainly not as much as there should be. Like the ability for a bro to tell another bro, "Hey bro, I love you, bro." That's nice.
It is. It's a good feeling. This is gonna be mush tomorrow.
How do I do the eyes?
Oh man. You're probably gonna have to get really precise with it. Try to get like the borders in the middle. The eyelids. Probably gonna have to cut like a strip.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna cut a strip through the middle and then like. Yeah, okay, I got it. But it's been nice. Thank you for helping me, and it's something I've certainly like built up with my chat, and it's something that I may not have been as good at if it weren't for having positive role models in my life who return my heterosexual affection and attention and in a positive way. So thanks for being like that.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for reaching out when you did, because I certainly have never been the first person to reach out when it comes to like making new friends, and I've always been like, I don't know. I don't want to say I've always felt like a burden when I'm talking to people, but I always just assume people don't want to hang out with me. And you were one of the first people to really be like, yeah, no, you're cool, and I like you, and I want to hang out with you, and that's really reflected on me over the years, and it's made me feel better about myself and helped me along. So, I mean, if it weren't for you, I definitely wouldn't be doing this right now, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's doubly so for us nerds, because so many of us nerds are, like, socially awkward to begin with, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's sort of our whole shtick back then.
And it's something that, like, I had to do with Frag, too, when I realized he was a nerd, because I overheard one of his guests at the restaurant we currently work at together, my pal Fragmented, who may or may not be in chat. Like, I had to approach him and be like, hey, hang out with me, and he's like, oh, okay, we're friends now? I'm like, yeah. And I don't know. I like that the world is moving more towards that being okay as a general rule. I think that's good.
Yeah, no. Back in the day, I mean, we kind of had two semi-separate days. Like we existed in the same sphere for a little while, but like in the '90s and the early 2000s, it was like there was a much more macho-based Hydra Emotion sort of deal to it.
I mean, that's kind of the way
it's been for a long time, obviously, but like, I mean, the Ratitude era definitely didn't help. Huh? What? I'm talking about the Weezer album.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just... I'm usually good at following your segue trains. A little lost on this one.
That's okay.
Oh, that looks so good!
We'll make a stop at Pinkerton.
Carve a pink triangle here. LOL references. Alright, I just need to figure out the eyes and Jigglypuff.
Weezer hasn't been good since '99.
Shut up, and clean it up a little bit. Reditude had some good songs, okay? Reditude was a decent album.
I enjoyed the Green Album. I like the White Album. I'm being sarcastic.
Pork and Beans, it was like a karaoke staple of mine from the Red Album, and that got a lot of flack for songs like "I Can't Stop Partying" that said like crossed the line, that crossed the line a little too much.
They really just
satire.
leaned into that hard.
Yeah, but like, there's something to be said. Like the lyrics in Pork and Beans are saying like, I'm gonna do the things I want to do. I ain't got a thing to prove to you. Like Weezer. There's something to say with that. Even if the material they made because they wanted to make it kind of sucked, at least they were doing what they wanted to do, you know?
Magnus, what are you going to carve next? I don't know. I think we want to get some more viewer suggestions, yeah?
I mean, I think I'm contractually obligated to do a bun at some point.
Oh, yes, you absolutely are. There's...
Unless you get to it first, because I don't know how mine is turning out.
Oh, I don't want to hurt her in that way. I don't want
They've been watching the stream.
I don't want her to see that. I don't want her to see me in that light. In the cold light of pumpkin day with this ugly ass bun.
I mean, at some point, I'm thinking of like a Jess pumpkin and a Mongo pumpkin. I would like those.
Oh, for sure. But beyond that, we've got, how many pumpkins did you say we have?
There's 40 or 50 of them.
Oh.
We may do maybe like a Mindy pumpkin. Like I like all of my
Spam Tim Bumpkin? Oh, that might be good actually. Spamton G Spamton. Have you played Deltarune?
I haven't touched either of them.
Playing that out the other day. How many rows? How many pumpkins?
Okay, real talk, there's 8 pumpkins, chat. So although I love a great many of you...
Alright, Jess is on board with the Spamton pumpkin, so I guess that's going to be my next project.
I love a great many of you, and I like several more. We can't make everybody here.
We've only got like 80 pumpkins.
We have exactly 8 pumpkins.
That's what I said. Like 80.
Physicist in you. Just assume everything rounds out to 80.
Yeah, you gotta round up to the next 0. And also 8.
Okay, that's good. Ooh, mine's almost done, chat. I'm excited to show you. Oops.
Your carpet's gonna grow a pumpkin patch.
Listen. I still haven't cleaned up the milk from my raid message in March. Haven't vacuumed in here since I started streaming.
Yes. Are you actually just throwing pumpkin guts on the floor? Oh, Jess.
The illusion is complete.
Oh, Jess.
Alright. Almost done, chat. Almost done with mine. Oh, I'm so excited to show this off. I think it's gonna look really good.
What big shots do. Don't you want to be a big shot?
I still don't understand that reference. Is that Deltarune?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I only know it from being spammed in chat and from...
yeah, I didn't know it until that happened too. And now I'm like, oh my god, that makes so much sense. And people have been saying that forever. Well, like a month.
It's part of the Crust by Crust plane in Spelunky. The skin. The crusty Jigglypuff.
I want you to play Deltarune.
I mean, I should.
You'd probably have fun with the character voices too. That was probably my favorite part of doing the whole thing, was doing the character voices. Got to channel like Gohan from DBZ Abridged for one character, and then just go to Joe Swanson from Family Guy for the other. Like, it was interesting.
I don't do a lot of impressions, really.
It's not about doing impressions. It's just about like having a feel for that. And like, what does this character sound like? Considering their personality, like how they speak.
I have like 3 impressions. It's Sylvester Stallone, it's Jerry Seinfeld, and it's Yogi Bear. And I'll give you a hint, they all sound exactly the same if you listen real hard.
Phone, don't listen.
What?
My phone heard the word listen and is now listening, and no, stop, please.
Alexa, listen.
I don't have Alexa. Hey, why did that work?
Turn the lights off. Do you have anything in your... Alexa, turn on Magnus's electric blanket.
How did you know about that? Also, Wi-Fi electric blanket. I'm about it.
Like you set yourself on fire by sleep talking. Unlimited power.
Itty bitty living space.
All right.
I think we're just about good with the guts on this one.
Yeah, I'm cleaning up my sunset puff time. What do you think?
Real good. You gonna fix the eyes up?
Yeah. But thank you for your unwelcome constructive criticism.
What I meant was, are you gonna finish the eyes?
Shut up. I feel like I'm close to this entire face just collapsing like a busted
I have reached so far into the skin that I am poking on the outside of the pumpkin now. I think I'm done with this one.
That's what she said. All right, let me see. All right, cool.
Is there a expandable Spelunky skin, do you think?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Chad is asking.
I wouldn't be surprised right now. Go to Spelunky.fyi.
I get the tea light in there first.
I want to carve out the back a little bit so the tea light comes through the eyes a little bit more. Oh, this looks so good though. Yeah, are you having a good time? Was this stream a good idea, or is it just kind of like fear of one of us hurting ourselves? Still,
it can be both.
The stakes don't need to be high for a pumpkin carving.
Oh man, Spamton's gonna be a challenge though. Look at that face.
Yeah, that looks fine.
Okay, let me try.
Defined lines.
Yeah. That's one nice thing about pixel art. Certainly defined.
Right. Get the rest of the mouth carved out. Toss a tea light in here.
I started way too low.
You still use a little bit of cleanup, but I'm ready to show it off. How did you get like the little stumpy thingy out?
The little stumpy thingy.
Yeah.
What stumpy thingy would you be referring to?
Timothy, you do a really bad, possibly borderline racist impression of Mongo. What? All I say is Poison. That's it. That's not racist. That's not. I love Mongo's accent. That's terrible. Mongo, do I hurt your feelings when I say Poison? Oh no.
I am just focusing on trying
I
to get this
possibly. Jeez, okay. No? Well, now I get to be terrified.
Oh, I missed.
Let me see. I mean, I feel like if my pale RB Red Ross can do a California impression, and it's harmless and doesn't fulfill any stereotypes, I don't even talk about meatballs. Like not lighting at all. There's no light.
That's been the running theme.
Is it even gonna show up? Maybe. I mean, it looks nice. We'll shut the lights off at the end.
What's Chad think? I like it.
I think it's good, right? Hey, we got there. How is yours like glowing in my? Got a way better candle.
Yeah, that's what it is.
There's like no wick to it.
That's about as good as it's gonna get. It's Spamton adjacent, that's for sure. I can probably tighten this up.
Okay, it was like $6 for like 50 of these. I suppose you get what you pay for, don't you? Is yours just directly in front of the ring light? Whatever.
It's probably what it is.
Yeah, looks good. Gonna leave that one there.
Okay.
Alright.
Spamton's looking decent.
Alright. Yeah, that looks good. You might need 2 candles because yours is so tall. What am I gonna just like suspend one from string? I didn't fully plan for this. You didn't carve me a second pumpkin? You literally said I'm gonna empty the guts because I'm better at it.
Yeah, I lied.
You just want to be better than me without putting in any work? Asshole.
Where have you been?
All right, fine. I brought this one home, and I brought these into the bathroom and
I need
wiped them down with a washcloth and everything. And there was like a giant slug that was blending into the top.
Oh,
so I wanted to wash it
cool.
off, and it's just like just stuck to my hand. It's terrible.
So you ate it.
Which knife have you used to start this?
This one. Ricardo.
Okay, I'm gonna borrow this for a second.
Yeah, go for it. Where's the tiny detailer? Okay, now I gotta figure out how to carve around the face.
The knives? I'm doing fine. It's pointed away from me now. We're doing fine with it.
We're doing fine. Everything's fine.
Need to go home from the office and procrastinating. I'll see you when you get home, Rose. A demonstration on basic gun safety? That's next Halloween.
Yeah. Now we can do that for 4th of July. We can do that for fireworks. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm pointing the knife away from me, and it's not working nearly as well now.
I want to tighten up his chin a little bit. More recognizable that way.
Is this what you were doing? You made it look so easy. Kind of digging down, right?
Mm-hmm. Dig down, crawl around, pull it out. It's like a dance when I say it like that, doesn't it?
Just open the floor. Open the door, get on the floor.
Everybody walk the dinosaur.
Yeah. I didn't know that Walk the Dinosaur song was like an 80s pop song.
The only reason I know is from the old 4chan days.
Yeah, there used to be a website you could go to. I think it was something along the lines of don't go to this walkthedinosaur.com, where you'd go there and it would be like an old style of 2 raptors involving the number 69. Like poorly computer animated.
The early internet days were something else, man.
Wild West.
The Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West. No Sissy Erga songs. Dude. Man, how do I even... where do I begin? Where do I begin?
Okay, we got there. Where's the
We're gonna need a bigger bucket.
Where's the lid for the other one?
The lid?
Yeah, we should save the lids, right? Did you throw out your lid?
No, I put it in the bucket. No, I ate it.
No, well this throw mine too. Well, you wanna top your pumpkin, otherwise like cats will get into it and stuff.
Oh yeah, all those cats that we have.
Well, we're putting these outside. We're not keeping these in the house. Is this yours? I think that one's yours.
No. Oh, it's gross.
I think this one's mine.
Sloppy noises. Yep, it's like a glove. Like a glove.
Cool, perfect.
Okay, this is good. Where do I start? How do I?
Start with like what I learned from my Sunset by Plane.
Just do the outline.
Don't start with the outline.
No.
No, if you start with the outline, then the entire thing might fall off. So start with like some of the details on the inside, and then do the outline last.
Okay,
That's what I would do.
we'll start with the eyes then.
Like 3 hours till trick or treat. I don't plan on this being a 3-hour event.
I don't know how far are we in, and we're on pumpkin number 2.
Well, there's only 4 pumpkins if we get that far. I was thinking I might give the other, like, if we do 3 apiece, we could give like the other ones to the neighbor kids when they come by.
We're gonna give them pumpkins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not like the finished pumpkins. Like they got a 6-year-old over there. 6-year-olds love pumpkins. Like their favorite thing.
Fortnite and pumpkins. That's all they talk about these days.
I'm not giving them the costume though.
It's a child-sized costume, Poison.
A SpongeBob DVD just appeared on my bed. Genuinely, I have no clue where it came from. Really thin out the pumpkin sides this time. I feel like this part I'm particularly not good at. I got my mother over here.
You good at this?
She's a mother.
Ah, that's fair.
I feel like as a kid I did this a couple times. And Jess is right, like, parents do the hard part. God. Yeah, this isn't doing anything. This is just ruining our... Okay, we got a scooper.
Okay, so I got the eyes, I got the rosy cheeks.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
There you go.
This is the stuff. The $3 pumpkin scooper from Target is actually the way to go.
What, you mean the rice cooker wasn't the way to go?
Jess
what?
Jess said skill issue. Thanks, Jess.
There's a short circuit between the chair and the computer.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. That looks good.
Yeah, but now the hard part comes in, doing like the mouth and the outline of the face.
I think this plan worked out really well, actually. Now, like, the guts are just coming right out. Except for that bottom part.
Okay, I definitely want to carve this bit out. That much I know.
I mean, I feel like if we do this next year, this could be the part I do off stream. Just like, look, here's the fun part, chat. We get to carve some pumpkins. It's all right there and ready to go. Look, here's even a couple that are done, and I spent a long time on them. They look really good.
Okay, so I definitely want to do a small pumpkin outline for this.
Watching on my Chromebook and making ramen. I like the scuffness. I feel like you guys wouldn't be here if you didn't. At this point. Libby. Oh no.
What happened?
Libby's the one keeping people in line usually, but it's Halloween. He's possessed.
Oh no, what's he been possessed by?
Nothing a little bonkin can't fix.
Oh no.
We love Libby. He's allowed to misbehave sometimes.
Yeah.
We need a bigger bucket.
I said that earlier.
Yeah, but no, I said it's with my content.
Yeah, it's understandable.
No fork emote? Probably petition Twitch. If I make partner, I'll make you a fork emote. I'm not gonna do that. I'm also not gonna make partner.
Just put it in the tier 3. Nobody gets those.
I'm like, oh boy, this month could be my month where I actually make it to partner. Maybe with my numbers, the way the Derek Yu interview went and like the aftermath, like it's been so good. Hey, what if we do a 3-hour pumpkin carving stream?
Okay, chat, I need your help. I've started on
Bring the people in, right?
I've started on Spamton. I've gotten the eyes done. I've gotten like the little bit of the mouth done. How do I do this? Help me. Please.
There's 50 people here. Yeah, there's not 75. You better call your friends. Make this worth my while.
Like, you can see the outline looks pretty decent. Like, I've got the eyes done. I got the eye. Like, I can stick my holes in there.
Dude, that's awesome.
These are all my friends, you idiot.
With the caps again.
So, how do I create the outline without completely ruining this? Is my question. Don't just cut all the way through. So, for the outline, just do it in segments.
I think
like do a thin line, like carve around the top of the outline, and then around the bottom of the outline, just punch out the outline. Is that what you mean?
I'm trying to pull this back a little bit. Camera's focusing.
What you do with the outline is cut it, but don't cut all the way through.
It's fine.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we'll start with that.
You should have all the knives available. I gotta. Dude, I just got this.
Are you hacking up another one?
Hmm?
Are you hacking up another one?
No, mine's not.
Okay.
But
you're so good at carving through.
Dude, the spoon is a game changer. This little scoop, it doesn't look like much, but it's the way to go. Really gets it done. All right, let me see. Wanna play Minecraft again soon?
Yeah, definitely. I was actually just thinking about that the other day.
I want to do like a hardcore world.
You always want to do a hardcore world.
Well, I know, but I think it'd be fun to like do a hardcore world with chat. Would you guys be interested in playing some Minecraft hardcore? Like, I feel like there'd be stakes to it. It wouldn't be like.
No, this is a mistake.
If like the server's still up, I think I have to update my realm. I don't think I've updated it for the. Yeah, I gotta update the realm. But I feel like there's stakes to it. Like we all start together and we all start to build together. And if someone dies, they're dead.
They've been cast out.
We could do it. We could do it for like a month.
Because you know, if you die in the Minecraft server, you die in real life.
Rest in peace, Mongo. I still hear his voice sometimes.
Oh, my mom's calling me right now.
Answer it.
Put it on a speaker.
Can I kill people? No.
Yeah.
You die in Minecraft, perma-banned on chat.
You only want to carve into it. Okay. Okay. The problem I'm encountering is that the knife that I have kind of just requires me to punch all the way into it.
Magnus's mother is calling him and teaching him how to carve pumpkins. That's adorable.
Right, but don't you have to go all the way through to get the light to shine through? Okay.
Do
we have a potato peeler?
I'll go look.
Could probably use the point on that to like scoop out the lines.
Hi, Lilith Magnus. Say hi to chat.
Say hi to chat. You're on speaker. Okay, good talk.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. Cool. All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
I like your mom.
Me too.
You're a good woman.
Dynamite lady.
All right. I don't think we have a potato peeler actually, because I just use a knife usually.
Yeah.
You gotta have some sharp implements in your room, right?
Not anymore. Not since the accident.
It just dulled them all. Great dulling. Your mom's in chat now.
Yep.
Okay,
She always was.
Oh, she took
She's
she
just
had a
been
chat
lurking.
to coming in and like
Yeah.
hanging out.
Yeah.
That's fine. Let me see. Alright. Let me...
What?
This one's a good pumpkin.
Just not good at this.
Neither of us, we don't have to be good at everything.
I'm just gonna try to carve an outline. Not going all the way through. Try and see how that goes. But it requires a lot more finesse to not just straight up fist the pumpkin.
I don't know what kind of stream you run. You know, no veggie fisting over here.
Pumpkins are gourds.
What are the VeggieTales?
I don't know what kind of VeggieTales you're watching.
Okay, alright, okay.
We're careful around these corners where his hair is. My mom ever appeared in any chat, I'd quit Twitch forever. You know, it's weird because I stream knowing that my mother is always watching, and I don't think it changes me at all, but like it's always in the back of my mind.
I mean, that was something early on I decided, like, I was gonna stream, like, everyone I've ever met has a chance of watching. Which, on the one hand, it's true, but on the other hand, like, it keeps me from saying stuff that I feel like could be embarrassing if taken out of context or in a different light. Like, I try to approach it... It's weird to say I try to approach streaming professionally, right? Because I don't... Unless I really want to, I don't give off an air of professionalism on purpose, because I like it to be more laid back. But, I don't know, keeping the idea in mind that it is a platform where literally anybody could be watching you, like maybe a future employer, maybe the creator of the game you're playing, maybe someone who's just popping out and is like, oh, what's this person all about? And if
Edmund ever came into my chat, I would straight up just tell him to fix this game.
Well, that's easy to say, but like, what if there's... I don't know, I think about it like, oh, if like, somehow, some way, one of my, like, Germa985 was watching, like, someone posted a clip in his channel and he popped by my stream to see what it's like, and I'm just like, suck my dick! It's like, all of a sudden, Germa doesn't want to raid me or host me or watch me, and it's like, that's... You gotta be careful with the things, with the way you present yourself, you know?
That's true. I can get behind that.
I like how the camera's just focused on Magnus.
Okay. I think I've got the outline more or less done. What does that do for me? All the way up the nose. So, I don't know where to go with this. What do I do now that I've carved the outline? What do I...
That looks good. I like mine.
Glad you're having a good time.
You're the one who picked some difficult stuff.
It's on me. Okay, so
Oh wait, do we have eyes for this?
I have to. I think I had to think about it without thinking about the outline. I think that's my problem right now. I'm thinking about it with the outline in mind. Like if I were to erase the outline right now, I would be screwed.
Do it.
However,
Do it. You won't.
It's like exact noises I make whenever I lick my hand. We do still have music on in the background, right?
I don't know, probably.
Is the Stardew still going?
I think it is.
Okay. It's only been like 2 hours, right?
Mongo Magoo Evil? What do you think?
What you got? Oh.
Very quiet?
I didn't even know there was music. It was quiet just when you said that. Okay.
Well, I turned it up a little now.
Get ready for some pleasant music getting blasted into your eardrums. My ears, rat jam, rat jam.
Oh, you're using the tiny one?
Yeah, I have the outline done. But like,
did you do the entire outline all the way around?
yeah, but only not all the way through. This top part I carved all the way through, and then after that,
Oh boy, you've made life very difficult for yourself.
hooray! I make life difficult for myself.
I think. Try it like this. I'm gonna see what this looks like.
I'm sorry, Chad. I'm not good, but I'm trying.
You're doing a great job.
I'm trying. I wish there was some kind of professional pumpkin artist that could suddenly come in and be a mysterious third guest that shows up halfway through that you planned for, right?
Not everything has to be a bit. Not everything has to be like deeply planned. Now, if you'll welcome Derek, you everybody, I flew him in from. No, this is just gonna be me and you.
Is Derek you good at pumpkins, you think?
He has to be.
He made all that sprite art.
Yeah, no, it's
Sprite art, pumpkins, what's the difference, really?
You're stuck with just me, and I'm not really sorry about it.
I'm not either. Okay, so I think that's the right play.
A little wide with this. That's not gonna look great.
Suddenly we all burst through the door. It's us, we're here to help. You need all of it.
I want the little thing when you're done with it. Yeah, you're gonna be like a half an hour with that thing.
Oh, absolutely. But unironic.
Maybe the little fruit knife is gonna be. Can I borrow that for just a second?
Yeah, sure.
Long enough to get a little side cut.
Okay. I think this is starting to come together. I think I'm getting it to work.
Yeah, it'll look good. Don't stress about it.
It's just the outline at this point. Like, it's just like the outside of the face. Like I'm getting the inners. Oh, we gotta kill a hired hand. Let me just grab a pumpkin. Just.
That would save us some time for the stream.
Isaac.
Isaac. I miss like the really sing-song Isaac that Mother used to have back in the
Flash days.
Yeah. Isaac. My head all the time. A lot of things are in my head all the time. Let me cut these two little corners out here, and then you can have that back. Okay. You've never played the Flash game, have you?
I played the Flash game when I was young, but I finished beating Mom once. I was like, oh, that's the end of the game. I beat it. Because I was like 13 and didn't know better.
Yo, I'm aging just fine.
You are aging gracefully.
I noticed yesterday there was some gray in my beard. I'm like, I'm gonna shave it. I'm gonna shave it all off, and I'm never gonna grow my beard out again, ever.
All I've been able to think about is how my sides of my hair are starting to recede much more than the front. Hairstyle moving forward.
I mean, you can make it work.
Oh yeah, totally. I can just shave my head.
No, like I think of the evil turnip. Like he has quite a widow's peak, and he looks debonair and handsome.
Certainly does. We do like that evil turnip, don't we, folks?
Yeah,
is he over in the Smash at Apex today, you think?
I imagine just about everybody is. I had some business to attend to, or I would have been there myself.
Was it buying pumpkins? Was that the business?
Well, I mean, that was part of my day, yes. You don't need to know everything I do. And I should have gotten 2 pumpkin carving kits. Honestly, I fully expected you to say no to this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You just wanted to offer?
Yeah, I wanted you to be here. I like being around you. I like when we have activities together.
You have so much room for him.
I don't know. It's like...
It's a lot easier when it's a cooperative event for me. Huh?
I know you got a weird competitive streak.
Especially, well, yeah, we definitely have competitive streaks. Like, we started playing Smash together. Of course.
Yeah, but I find enjoyment out of it, and you just find ways to hurt yourself in a lot of ways.
I do that with most things. I'm trying to be better.
You are doing better.
Slowly but surely. It's all about that gradual progress.
To trust the process and the progress.
Mm-hmm. Trust that process.
That's a sports joke that you
Trust
make all the time.
process.
I don't understand it.
I'm influencing. I'm an influencer. Follow me on Instagram. I don't have one.
You have a Twitter?
Yeah, but I never use it.
Wait, really? You have a Twitter?
Yeah.
I was gonna tweet before this and like shout you out, but I figure
I don't. It's literally an inactive account. It is not worth shouting out for.
A little wide of this. How am I gonna salvage the mistakes that I've made? I wonder.
Ask myself every day.
If I do that.
Pop these pieces out.
Yeah, that doesn't look terrible.
I'm hogging the tiny guy, but there's a lot of fine details to Spamton G Spamton.
You mentioned earlier, like, what are you gonna do when you're done with Isaac?
I probably do eating streaks for a little bit. Like, just first of all, just feel a sense of relief and what I can only assume is the closest human equivalent to Nirvana once I'm finally done with that stupid character. At this point, it's not gonna taint Jacob, it's tainted Laz. But like after that, yeah, probably eating streaks for a little bit. Probably play a little bit of Nuclear Throne. I've been having people tell me to play that, and maybe do a little bit of variety, some more variety roguelikes. And then, I mean, ultimately, it'll probably be eating streaks or doing another save file and just starting the suffering wheel all over again. But this time with more fun, because I know I can do it.
Do you feel worried about getting caught up in being like just an Isaac streamer, or do you like it enough where that'd be fine for you, or is the goal like so many to be a variety streamer someday and just do whatever you want?
I think just do whatever I want is obviously the answer I want to give, but yeah, I do think people see me as, at this point, an Isaac streamer. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing, because I get a lot of enjoyment out of the game, despite my screaming to the contrary sometimes on stream.
You don't do a lot of screaming these days.
But yeah, I would probably do other stuff eventually, and I hope people will come around. And I feel like I've started to grow my stream to a point where people are coming for me rather than just for the game. That's been really nice, and it's been a fun. I'm just gonna fling pumpkin at you. A fun adventure.
I mean,
This is a poison talks. Yes, it's the most creative one yet, Maximilian. Now we have the guests do activities.
Well, I mean, it's something I'm curious about, because you and I talk about it, but it's rare that we sit down and like really talk about the content of our stream unless I'm like forcing you to watch a YouTube video or something like that, or you're talking about your growth or something. We don't do a lot of like going into detail. I need that thing for these eyes.
Okay. I'm making a lot of progress. This is coming together. I just got to get the straight up face outline done now. Halloween talks, mini Halloween talks.
I didn't want to title it a poison talks, but I figured we'd talk about stuff, you know. Now what I do is I come on stream and I talk about stuff that matters to me.
I can defend myself.
How's that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you got this.
Right?
Yeah, totally.
Get the eyes out like
The teeth
that.
are going to be the most challenging portion. Like in terms of like
I have an idea for it.
the precision. Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just gonna punch it in. Look, it's a mouth.
I can't believe Mongo is dead again. Let me see. Is the music still going? Are the vibes okay, chat? Tell me if we're doing good.
Good vibes only.
Are you feeling good? Are you enjoying the Halloween?
Can't wait to see Magnus's carving of my favorite 97 car salesman. Was Phantom G Spampton the one who sold me my first 1994 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme? Is that what's somehow deep down in my dreams?
I don't know anything about the character.
What was your first car?
A 1999 Plymouth Neon with 250,000 miles on it.
Gosh.
I drove the wheels clear off that thing.
I bought my first one for $500, which says all you need to say, and I spent like $2,500 putting repairs into it for like alignments and ACs until it finally just broke down on the way to a fun concert that I never got to go to.
I didn't have air conditioning, my windows didn't roll down, one of the doors didn't lock, the tires were bald, it overheated constantly.
The AC was just blowing hot fire on the coldest setting.
No, like it didn't even try to work.
It just gave up. It's like, no Freon, here's heat. No, it just didn't try.
And I used to drive that thing to Baltimore and back, to New York City and back, like all over the place.
Oh, we got the Christmas part of the Stardew soundtrack.
Christmas music, nice.
No, not until after Thanksgiving. That is something I've been harping on forever. Like Christmas music, Christmas in general has been encroaching so far into the territory of other holidays for so many years now. And it's been frustrating because I mentioned this last time. There's only good one Christmas song. There's one. And it's Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. Because it's the only Christmas song that went out of its way to not only be about Christmas, but also be a good song.
I'm all about Carol of the Bells, man. The song's dope.
See, Toad, I hate you now.
No, tell us more about Mariah Carey. I remember my mother had a subscription to Rolling Stone. And I was like, I don't know, probably 11 or 12. And there was an issue where Mariah Carey did like a centerfold.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I won't tell the rest of that story.
Yeah, probably better for you to do. No, the next thing that comes to mind for me for Mariah Carey is because I listened to a lot of Eminem growing up, and when Relapse came out, there was a lyric because she was married to Nick Cannon. It's like,
Mariah fly through twice.
Something about having Mariah locked in his basement or something like that. And it's like, I don't. Slim Shady's got some stuff to work out.
Oh yeah, that was on like his most misogynistic song he's ever written, and Jessica Simpson did the chorus.
Which, I suppose on brand?
Is chicken or tuna that I'm eating?
Aw, Peep, can you make me some ramen? I have eaten one cheeseburger today.
Pizza rolls in the freezer.
I think I've got another cheeseburger in there, actually. I got the 2 cheeseburgers. Okay.
Do it like that. And I has cheeseburger? Yeah, Kate, I mean, this is a BYOB stream. You gotta bring your own burgers.
I thought you were gonna go bring your own pumpkin.
Yours is cute, too. Horrifying just the way it is.
That's what we're going for.
I got a free hand in the mouth. I think if I just left this as is, like that's a pretty quality pumpkin, all told. All right. The idea is
the theme of this pumpkin challenge is finish.
Mariah Carey hits the brown note perfectly whenever she makes noise. That's my least favorite message in the chat today.
I like it.
I gotta be.
I definitely screw up the mouth. That's okay. How long do you think it's been that I've spent on this? Obviously too long, but like...
No, you've been on it for like half an hour or so. I listen to music for the plot. That's the Mountain Goats.
Ah, man, those are one of the bands I never really got into, but shout out to the Deer Hunter.
Ever got into the Mountain Goats?
No. They're right in my vein, I just never got around to it. They're totally in my wheelhouse in terms of what I like. Like, they're,
Did you say in your van?
How'd you know it was a Transformer? Was there ever a Transformer that turned into a van?
Yeah, they made a movie out of it. Like National Lampoon's Van Wilder or something.
Watched that so much as a kid, and I don't know if that has informed me in any way, but it sticks out in my brain.
Really?
Yeah.
Boy,
I mean, I watched a lot of Comedy Central when I was.
yikes.
Yeah.
No, you
did you mess up?
It's salvageable.
No, it's not that bad.
No, well,
Ah, you got it. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Let's just start filling out that out. Fine. Definitely did not just spray pumpkin juice all over myself.
let's see.
Okay, maybe we don't do it that way.
What you doing?
No, you know, just flinging pumpkin spice onto myself, making myself a latte.
Yeah, I think it is an issue I come across with the content I choose to make. Like, a lot of the time, if I feel like doing something like this, or I feel like just speedrunning VVVVV, or like, what if I feel like
Playing
doing something
Baba.
else, it's hard, because I feel like there's a chance that this stream could genuinely jeopardize my chances of getting partner this month.
Yeah, it's something you've got to think about now. I mean, it's exciting that you're getting to that point.
Yeah, but I don't...
But at this point, do you feel like you're capitulating to doing Spelunky because it's going to get you the numbers that you need?
No, I still really like Spelunky. The issue is that, like, I have a hard time taking, like, a month and setting up special events and stuff like that. Like, I feel like if I get partner, oh boy, then everything I do afterwards will be, like, a little bit bigger and a little bit better, and it'll be more likely to get a wider attention because I'll have a check mark next to my name, right?
Yeah.
But also, like...
Oh, bye, Evie. Thanks for hanging out.
Good night, Evie. But also, like, it's hard for me to commit to the idea of, I don't know, not doing what I want in the meantime, you know? Because
Right.
I love Spelunky, and I love networking with other people, and I love everything I do on this stream. But when I had the thought of, like, doing this stream, I'm like, I know the numbers are going to be lower. I know I'm going to have, like, a weak stream from the perspective of viewership. Because not everybody's into just sitting here and watching us talk and do pumpkins.
What did
Those
you put
even
for the
are.
category for this? Is it just chatting?
No, there's a special event.
Okay.
But, like, it's a weird thing to have to even think about balancing, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're at that point. That's exciting that you've had that level of growth and that you're continuing to, like, keep it up.
It is, but there's also, like, an odd obligation to it. Like, I feel like there's an obligation to myself to have to do, like, just the stuff that draws in the bigger numbers. And I think that's part of the reason I had the idea of maybe doing a Fortnite stream. Like,
You
yeah,
think that would get you the viewers?
my viewer base would think, like, I can make it entertaining and funny enough where my viewer base would be like, oh my god, Poison's playing Fortnite, but it's funny and silly.
Yeah, you can do it ironically while also appealing to the people who don't take it ironically.
Yeah.
Have your cake and throw it at people too.
And also because I've never played it and have no idea what it's about, and if it's lame, I do it for like 3 hours and it's a funny little event, and then I never do it again and move on to the next thing.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
But also, like...
And then everybody's like, when are you gonna play Fortnite again?
Yeah, but also, like, I have zero interest in Fortnite in general, so I'm just not gonna do it. I don't think I don't think the joke is funny enough to do something that I'm actually not interested in and, like, quietly support something that I don't really care about, you know?
Right. Hey, there's a fine line to be walked, I guess. Nuance in all things.
You're gonna be on this for like 2 more hours. Jesus.
No, I'm getting done. I'm making a ton of progress.
All right.
I'm
Well,
just
I
getting
have-
the outline out.
I have the Mongo outline. I'm gonna get like the
I have made my
the-
way like 60%
like,
through this
come up here a
outline.
little bit. You know, Fortnite legitimately makes me mad. Hey Lucy, what's up?
Fortnite would be a funny stream. There's differing opinions.
True.
You're definitely not going to alienate your viewership by trying to do it. They're still going to watch you and enjoy it.
No, if I became like a Fortnite streamer, I would.
Yeah, definitely. But that's not what you're going for. It's cosplay.
Why are you wiping the pumpkin on yourself? Is my question.
I'm not. I thought there was a towel there.
Good bib too.
If you could, do we have one?
While you're waiting for the tools, start scooping your next pumpkin. No, I'm just gonna steal.
That's a
steal
good
this
idea.
For a second. Give it to me.
I'm so close. I'm legitimately almost done.
If I do something like this.
Magnus will finish our favorite Pippus person soon. I hope he's everything you want him to be. I don't think it's gonna be. Should we do a Fortnite for the next one? What do you think?
No.
As long as we're already talking about Fortnite all the time.
Were you not paying attention to anything I just said?
I'm a real Pippus person.
I'm really shocked at how well this little baby tool is working compared to everything else.
I know, it's the precision. It's the precision German engineering. Precision.
Yeah, I get the reference. You're voting.
I just do Bender. My Bender is not that great actually. I can't imitate John DiMaggio for my life. Like that dude just has too unique of a voice. It's just gonna come out like Spampton. You're watching Futurama. No, it's not there.
I don't think Bender would shill for his own show even if he knew what he was.
No, you're watching Futurama, the show that doesn't support the cool crime of robbery.
Yeah, that is terrible.
Yeah, it's awful.
I can't talk much trash because mine wouldn't be
On the pumpkin. Oh, Jess is saying on the pumpkin.
Do another impression, Magnus. Yeah, let me get an outline for the mouth.
Oh, there was an error collecting points. I'm taking this up directly with you. There was an error in my 60-point redemption. I request satisfaction.
Scammed, nerd.
Shit. Jess is having a very hard time reconciling all of this.
Reconciling all of what?
She's just like, I love this too, but 3 separate face palms. Okay, yeah, I think Bender on the next pump would be a good idea, and actually kind of somewhat simple, except for the teeth. Which, now that I have the idea down, it could work. Okay, there's my points. Okay, good. I say earlier, the main reason I dislike Fortnite is not because it's such an awful game that makes me feel that I will never be bigger with my life than that. I mean, the game is what you make of it. You get out what you put into the games. And some games you get more mileage out of them. I think putting a ton of time to Isaac has made me better at video games in general.
I think that's a fair.
Made me more patient, made me think a little bit more about my decision making.
I think that's a fair thing. The word assessment.
Accurate?
Yeah, I think it's a fair accurate.
Yeah, it's definitely an accurate fair. Yeah, and that's something. Now that you mention it, Sanivo, that's something that we talked about. Like, even if you got any new viewers from a game like that, they wouldn't tune into the stuff you enjoy. But it's not like you're not enjoying doing the other games on stream. It's not like you're like, oh god, I gotta play this game because it's popular. Ugh. No, you're not doing that. You're doing it like, oh, maybe something a little different today. Maybe I'll try playing this other game I like, and you'll get more people from that. They might not come back after you go back to your regular content, but it's like, it's still good. It's all good.
Give this back in 1 sec.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just checking what thoughts I have left to do. I think it's just around the lower chin at this point. Everything else is just about done except for the finer cuts. Among Us stream when?
I have played Among Us on stream a couple times with like some bros, and I really enjoyed it.
I think I get too frustrated with Among Us. I take it too seriously.
I think it is such a fascinating social experiment of a game. I think it's such an interesting view into the way people interact. I think it's... I love Among Us. I think it's so funny, so fun, so cool with people you know. I am very aware that that's not an opinion shared by a lot of other people. Kate hates it. Jess hates it. Maddox hates it.
Well, it's competitive. It's confrontational, and you excel at that sort of stuff because you can not only lie through your teeth about just about anything on the fly, but you can convince people. You have that charisma. You can just.
Too late to turn that into a compliment, Magus.
It was always a compliment. I never turned it into anything else. You manipulative bastard. Yeah, that was my problem with Among Us as well, is because it is confrontational, it is competitive. I when it comes to competitive stuff, I end up taking it personally a lot. I don't know if you've ever noticed. You need to have a healthily toxic friend group. I think just a healthy friend group is fine. So when I wipe all of this off, is this gonna, I don't know. Oh, that's a fun noise.
I think I screwed up. Oh no, I think I screwed this up.
Uh-oh.
I didn't think about the consequences of the way I was going to do the teeth.
Oh no.
Salvageable.
Okay. Trying to make a few dice cuts, and we're almost done with Spamton, I swear. This is going to get done. We're going to be a big shot. Yeah, it looks great. Yeah, you nailed it. Got it in one first try, 100%. I'd like to show the class what you've done. The monster you've created.
I have an idea.
Oh god, this is gonna be fun. He's going for more tools.
Jesus Christ!
Bang your ankle.
Oh, that hurts so bad.
Yeah, that's that. Oh, he's going for the power tools. Wisner, are you okay? Rose wants to know.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll do it.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine. He'll be fine.
Oh, that really hurt. Okay.
Good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. What'd you get? What'd you bring?
Busted my ankle.
I brought fractured bones.
The Komodo dragon? What's happening, Will? How you doing?
We're doing pumpkin carving.
We're doing pumpkin carving.
Is that our old neighbor, Will?
That is not. That is Shark's future brother-in-law.
Ah.
You know him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What's up, fella?
Yeah.
See you Friday. I will see you at Shark's bachelor party. That is true. That is exciting. And thank you for the host, my friend.
I think got a few final portions out here. Clean up a little bit. We're done. Just check it out. Clean up a few of these spots. Just about finished.
All right. Didn't close myself.
This felt like a daunting task at the start. Like you were here. I did not know.
I was here. Yes, it's true.
You were here the whole time. I didn't know where to go with this. And now that it's on the verge of completion, it's like, okay, this turned out pretty all right. I'm semi proud of it. That's, I guess, more proud than usual.
True. I will say hello to Shark for you, Jess, and to anyone else, and Mr. Dragon will remind me.
Clean this part a little bit deeper. Some of I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a couple spots up here and we're all done.
Okay, okay.
You ready to? Still working at it? And reveal at the same time?
Sure, we can reveal at the same time.
This camera they hear, this camera
That's right. You've seen like every episode of Hot Ones too. I forget.
Yeah. I haven't seen the more recent seasons. I don't know. It's not like it's worse since they don't have the people in person, but it definitely is a different vibe, you know?
Sure. Oh, right. The USA is huge. It's true. My brother lives in the USA. And it'd be like a 40-hour drive to get there. That's not an exaggeration. Take like days to drive from New York to California.
Yeah, like 20 hours, I think.
How long does it take to get to Florida?
About 15, 16 hours.
Yeah, so it'd be like double that.
What do you think?
That's nice. What do you think of mine?
You definitely salvaged it.
It's not about salvaging.
It looks good. Hand me tea
There
light.
we go. There's Mongo Evil.
Is that Cole having one arm bear in the other cupboard? No. No. I like showing off the biceps. I like the guns. Hand me tea light. And do you have the light?
I figured there was no good way of getting the mouth out, so I got some nails. Like Mongo, but evil. Thanks, Jack. Look at that. I got some quality emotes out there. Is this my lid or yours?
All right. That's my lid. Or wait.
I'm pretty sure this is mine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it looks awful. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like everything's going to reflect out the way I want it to, but hopefully the lighting is a little bit kinder.
Oh no!
And y'all
Just
see
set
it
a
okay?
pumpkin on fire.
Y'all see something okay?
It's light and it looks a little like the guy from Saw, but it's nice.
I can sort of make it out.
Oh, that's like me, but naughty. Pumpkin juices aren't flammable.
Right? Imagine just the whole thing going up in flames. I feel like if we turn the light off, these would definitely be, like, a lot more visible. We can do it at the end.
No, I'm
doing it right now.
My lid isn't staying and it keeps dropping onto the tea light and killing the light. Terrible. How much longer do we have?
Well, we still got 4 pumpkins left, right? Are we planning on doing all of them?
I was thinking 1 more. 2 more if you're feeling it.
I'm feeling alright.
Okay. I want this to like sit in a way that's gonna stay. Why won't it stay? Like the first one wouldn't come out. Now this one like is just like whoops-a-daisy.
You little sponge, you did it! You brought me the pumpkin!
Let's be like, okay, come on.
Put a nail through the top. Yeah, you already got him, right? I'm gonna start hacking away at the next pumpkin. Getting all those good juices.
Yeah, that actually kind of works.
Where are the...
Cool.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh, yeah, okay. Whew. How would you put a Hollow Knight weapon through? Well, that might not be a bad idea. Do the knight for the last one.
Listen, man, you do you.
I'm not going for memes here. I love my community, and they absolutely have a bunch of references, but I feel like they would rather see it coming from you.
What?
Like their stuff, like the Bun, like the Mongo stuff, like the Sunset stuff. They want to see it coming from you. They love you. Not to say they don't love me too, but like, you know.
Sure. Poison type mini Halloween talks.
Yeah, that's what you went with. What do you think?
But
Gotta fix that title.
Yeah, I think Jess was right. We should change to art.
This is art in the loosest of terms. But with each passing pumpkin, it becomes easier.
Magnus.
There we go. Right, keep the pumpkin lid. All that good stuff.
Okay, I fixed it. Change art, right? Wow, what just? You
Changed it all back.
What did you change? Did you change it like at? Should be.
Soon you'll
Why
be
is
a
it back to special
professional
events?
pumpkin carver.
I put in art.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, OBS must have screwed you. Does that to me all the time.
Okay, there we go.
I have to update everything twice on OBS when I change games. That's why I never play anything else. I'm just lazy.
I mean, it's.
Happy Halloween, why though? Thank you for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Oh, chat's having a good time. I think they are.
Yeah, that's just an excuse to hang out with you.
They're just an extraneous part of this.
I did.
We were gonna do this either way, but he was set to stream tonight, so.
I did invite Fragged, like, to come on my stream at one point, like back in, like a month and a half ago, to come and hang out and like do some Spelunky local co-op because he said he wanted to, but he's like, no, I can't show my face on stream.
No?
Yeah, you
Why
can't.
What is he? What is he? He afraid it's gonna capture his soul or something?
And he's wanted in like 4 states.
Oh, which ones?
One's full of beautiful women.
Minnesota.
You don't blink. Have you ever been to Minnesota?
Of course I've been to Minnesota, don't ya know?
That's offensive and borderline racist to Minnesotans.
Are they listening? They don't have internet over there.
That's true. You never know who's out there.
They don't have internet there.
Stream has been cute, wholesome, and worrisome.
that's the combination we go for. That's the wombo combo right there. That ain't Falco.
That is.
You could just carve it out, you know. Use the fruit knife.
My handhole is much smaller.
The bucket is filling.
You think it's marbles? I don't think we're doing marbles tonight. I think we're gonna do some pumpkin carving and call it a night.
I mean, what did you plan on going till? How long did you? What was your ETA for the carving?
I had no idea how long this was gonna take. I thought maybe we'd do like 1 or 2, and if it was lame and no one cared and you weren't having a good time, then I'd just go to bed sad. But I'm having a good time.
And I am as well.
And you're having a good time.
We're gonna have a good time tonight.
And chat seems like they're mostly having a good time. I just ate an entire bag of cheese doodles. Does anyone want a kiss?
Mmm.
I DM'd you. Answer me, please. My hands are covered in pumpkin bun. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you with a maybe not. Okay. The scooper really is the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it working? Give that a try.
The maybe always means no. No, it doesn't. Maybe means maybe. I'm good about my maybes. I said the other night, maybe Jackbox, and we played Jackbox. Good time. The Jackbox.
Oh yeah, you're right. This is way easier.
Are Cheetos cheese doodles like Cheetos? Is basically the same thing.
Yeah, they're just in ball form.
I mean, no, it's. You ever have like the what is it? Jax, JAX brand cheese doodles? I don't know if that's just like a New York thing or if that's.
I think that
Jax
might be a
has
New
made
York
it.
thing. I certainly haven't had it.
Jax has made it. Oh, the camera's focusing on my pumpkin again.
Gotta get that. It's because you made the face so accurate and shiny with all those nails.
No, let me move this out of the way a little bit. Let me adjust my pumpkin
Oh, yeah,
settings.
you're 100% right. This is way easier.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what it is, but that like the Scoopy thingy is seriously where it's at.
Oh, it's just the firm pull up that just it gets all that stringy stuff in one go.
That should be a little bit. Cheese doodles are not ball formed; those are cheese balls.
Same. I mean, you can just compress them into a ball and then eat them. Good. Cheese can come in any form you want if you try hard enough.
None of these statements are correct.
Okay. So Bender was the next one, right? I think that was what we went with. I'm doing like a bunch of animate robots.
I had really good cheese doodles once, and now I can't find the correct brand. It's Jax. JAX. Well, again, I don't know if that's like an upstate New York brand, if that's a local thing. As if it's some kind of currency thing. I don't know what Jax is, but every time I've had Jax, they're the best cheese doodles.
Okay.
Are you googling Jax?
No.
Are you binging Jax?
Yes.
What do they say? Look it up. Is Jax an international brand? JAX cheese doodles.
Fine. Yeah, all those are so good. Apparently they're under the Utz brand.
Oh, that explains it. Utz makes everything delicious. Jax sponsorship when? Oh man, if I got sponsorship by Cheese Doodles... Like with Cheetos... I feel like if I got sponsored by Cheetos over Jax, the furry community would be happier about it.
I'm just gonna look up a Pinterest for this, honestly. It's gonna be easier.
Make this pumpkin be an axolotl for no particular reason. I have my next design on deck. I feel like I'm warmed up enough. What? Because Chester Cheetah. Chester Cheetah's hot.
In what way?
You've never had Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
Okay, as long as we're on the same page. I was concerned there for a second. This is gonna take a turn. Happy to hear it didn't.
Oh, there's no turn. Jalapeno Cheetos are better? I don't think I've ever had them. Alright, I'm getting my next one on deck. I'm gonna draw it out.
Currently in the midst of doing so. This is gonna be the tough part.
Okay. Ow! There we go. Perfect.
Actually,
Oh, you got the good marker too? Jeez.
those ones just straight up do not work. Like, I don't know if it's just because pumpkin is a very particularly grainy element.
The dry erase marker. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, this is the best part, is that I can just erase the mistakes. Good, because there's a lot of them. Okay. I'll be done in a second.
No, you're fine. As soon as you're done with the marker, you're gonna take the good tool too. Gonna go on what kind of ride, Mongo? Enjoy your biking. I think I cut myself scooping pumpkin guts with my bare hand, but not on a knife. Like something inside the pumpkin bit me.
The slug came back for revenge.
Poison? No, I'm not like bleeding. It's just like the pumpkin cut my skin. I respect using Bing to wrestle away Google's control of the internet, but you should keep saying Googling because it weakens their brand into a common word like Kleenex or Band-Aid.
Yeah,
No,
there's a phrase for that that I'm trying to think of at the moment.
Bing it.
You're right.
That's something I think I've talked about this on stream before. Like, you ever watch the Vampire Diaries, Chet? It's like
Oh, here he goes on his Vampire Diaries rant.
It's not a terrible show, okay? For one, for two, like it's about like it's one of those like teenage girl bait shows, like hot guys and like they're all interested in Mary Sue main character, teenage or something. Someone needs to put a knife in the Isaac pumpkin. Is this?
No, the Isaac pumpkin's on the left. I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. Just not saying a lot for me personally. This is gonna be a train wreck. It's gonna be great.
Look at that. It's like a little baby
Check it
cut.
It's gonna go great.
It's like someone took Bender and like mushed him.
It's just, look, you gotta be amenable to working with the canvas that you have, and my canvas just happens to be stout.
I think the camera's focusing on your pumpkin. Can you move your pumpkins off the side or something?
I thought I already did.
Move them harder.
Fun fact, England was originally called Bang, but then they realized people might just say, let me bang that real quick. I would probably be using Bang.
That mantle got taken up by a different website.
I hear they're brothers.
Different spin in the Mario Brothers movie.
You have to pay a monthly subscription for it.
Mario! I'm stuck in the dryer again! It's okay, Luigi. No, I can't.
No, we
I'm not
cannot
gonna
do
go on
this.
this train.
We cannot do this.
It's okay, Luigi. I got some spaghetti sauce in the freezer.
Yoshi's here.
Yoshi is exactly the same. He just
Yep, no, I did not
Raises
change
his-
Yoshi at all.
raises his eyebrows suggestively like you just did. That didn't show up on camera.
Oh, it did.
I think this one will be good. Yeah.
Is that the cave starting music? Sounds like the Winter Caves.
Oh, no, I've never played Stardew.
Shut up.
What do you think?
Oh, perfect. Yeah, she's gonna love it.
Get a little bit of blood on it.
Okay, give it that personal touch.
Yeah, everyone, it's me, Spamton P. Spamton. I should probably play that game at some point, right?
Yeah, you gotta get the references.
Can we see the knife through the eyes? Can you turn the Isaac pumpkin so they can see the knife inside it?
Slightly.
There you go.
Your wish is our command.
I think that's good.
Oh yeah.
Now, if only I had a tool that could cut through this pumpkin.
Yeah, that sucks for you.
It's a great game. I'll try it out at some point, I'm sure. If you've won poison and been forced to play Delta Rune, I don't have to do anything I don't want.
If I...
Good. I'm trying to think of the best way to get the bun going. What's the bun doing? I'll let you go and wash your hands and bandage up your hand. No, it's literally a little scrape. It's not even bleeding. It's just like I lost a bit of skin scraping against the inside of a pumpkin. I don't think this pumpkin has COVID anyway.
I'm approaching a dangerous area. I need to stop.
There's gotta be...
I'm getting close to the point of no return.
Let's see. How to carve a pumpkin. One pumpkin, one torch.
You're looking up a recipe?
No, well, that was like in Minecraft was one of the first.
Oh, okay.
All those look cute, but I feel like the outline of mine. I
don't think I went all the way.
Poison is one of the last pumpkins. I don't care. That's not how you transmit COVID. Pumpkins can't get COVID. I think that's very respectful to the pumpkin community. And in theory, like I could. See, Chad, I'm trying to think like with the bun pumpkin, I could probably like cut out this whole area to be like open space instead of like the outlines that we've been doing for the others, and like Because like, if like the whole ear and the face were hollow, I just need to find a way to get the eyes and mouth on the inside. The knife is not a pencil. Stop swinging it like one. Because I'm home. What I miss?
Not much.
Yeah, we're just carving some pumpkins.
We're just carving some pumpkins.
Yeah, just buy it's pumpkin. How was trick or treating? At home, I'm honey.
Bring me candy.
I try it with an outline. Yeah, okay. I have an idea. I see how this is gonna go.
I'm trying to do it like the Pinterest one, and it's not gonna turn out okay.
How does that?
What's your question, soldier? Teleported bread.
I feel like that's incredibly complex.
It doesn't. It makes sense to me, actually.
I mean, calculus makes sense to me, but I couldn't carve it into a pumpkin.
All of a sudden, I'm the pumpkin whisperer.
Okay, well, I won't question your method.
Yeah, just question the art, because it's incredibly questionable. Oh, that's just a soft spot in the pumpkin, right there. Just got a little yeah, get in there, get all up in it.
I'm not gonna. Mario, I'm stuck under the bed now.
It's me, Bender.
It's just in my head. It's. Bigger knife. These knives suck. I mean, this is the knife I was using that I was finding success with earlier. I feel like this is the good knife. This is the bun knife. There we go. There we go. That's okay. Yep.
Yeah, I just found a really soft spot in here. It's gonna be a problem with the workaround.
Hey, HD is here. Hello.
Hello, HG.
Oh, he's stabbing me. Look at you gotta start somewhere. Step 1 to making a bun. Grab a knife.
And stab.
Who was it? Was it Chingo that made the really, or no, I think maybe it was Hijinks who made the really cute art of the Poison Talks Volume 10 promo. Of me chasing a bunny through the yard. You watched that one?
Yeah.
Because you do this thing where when video games come up, like, yeah, you've played this, right? You're like, yeah, of course I played that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How far? Yeah, well, that's most of it. And to find out,
you like it a little bit.
You like watch the title screen on YouTube, and you try to have a conversation.
I'm gonna finish Final Fantasy IV at some point, okay?
No, it's not. It's not just about that.
I feel like, mostly about that.
No, at this point, I feel like you do that with my content. That I'm like, hey, Magnus, watch this, and you're like, yeah, no, I watched it last night. It's like, oh, what's your favorite part? You're like, the part where when you laugh really hard. And it was funny. Like you did the funny thing, right? I'm like. Yeah, that was the video. Glad you watched it.
I did this opposite. I already fucked it up.
Well,
it turns out I'm not the pumpkin whisperer after all.
I was gonna say, you may be the pumpkin whisperer, but that doesn't mean the pumpkin has to listen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm whispering to the pumpkin. The pumpkin is not consenting with what's happening.
Boy. Should have carved him while he was still on the vine. Though young and impressionable. Great thing about high school pumpkins. Keep getting older.
Stop!
The soundtrack is dope. Like I feel like I should give Stardew Valley another look.
What do you mean? You played Stardew? I've seen you play Stardew.
Yeah, no, yeah. Justin and I played it. Justin and I had a little farm. And I had my own little farm, and I'm just like, it is the kind of game more so than even other games in the genre. It's like, all right, well. I could be done here, but I could do one more day. I could do one more day.
Yeah, it's one of those games. Yep.
I could.
Next thing you know, it's 4 a.m. and you've been sweating for 36 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, and I missed 3 streams. Like, like those kind of games just aren't healthy for me. It's why I couldn't get myself into WoW back in the day when all my friends were playing it.
This was a mistake. It failed. At such a fundamental level. You want?
Salvage it.
No.
You can salvage it.
It is literally unsalvageable.
It is salvageable.
It is not salvageable.
Show the people what you've done.
No! I'm ashamed.
No, well, fix what you can.
The first two turned out okay. Like, Spanta turned out alright.
Yeah, no, you're doing a great job.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Turn the pumpkin around.
I don't want to.
Turn it around, Magnus.
Look what I made.
See, you can salvage some of it.
No!
You just gotta cut around the other parts of it.
I did the eyes opposite of how they were supposed to go.
Yes, and now you improvise.
Dead run reset. Hold down the R key. Ah, cool, Cricket's head.
Huh. Pumpkins do not work that way.
Kill all pumpkins.
You just gave me the precision tool and I was just ready to use it and you took it back. Okay. Here, you can't hack that thing up any worse, right?
Don't challenge me.
Hey, baby. Wanna kill all pumpkins?
Just pull out the eyes and put them in backwards, carve this pumpkin like you just walked into a secret room and found R key.
Just put the pieces you've carved out back in. There's some of that, like...
Just grab some guts and just...
Yeah, there's super glue in the closet.
Don't remind me about the super glue.
What do you mean? Oh, from my thing?
Yeah, from your thing. I still have the nightmares. I don't like...
That wasn't that bad.
It wasn't great.
You're just gonna tell the story? You're gonna leave chat?
I don't know. I feel like leaving it with a little bit of mystique might be good.
So I was slicing lemons at work, Jet, and I was practicing proper knife safety and like cutting away from me, and I cut into and I cut off part of my thumb. The scar probably doesn't show up, but my thumb is still shaped weird because I cut off like a fair chunk of meat. It was not
a fine cut.
It was not good. Like it was enough where I could pick up the chunk in the sink and like squish it around. And it hurt a little bit. And at the time, I did not have health insurance.
Oh, really? You fixed that, did you?
At the time, I did not have health insurance, and I'm American, what do you want? And so my boss is like, we could send you to, like, you go get stitches. I'm like, I don't want to pay $14,000 for, like, a lemon accident, you know? So
a lemon mishap, if you want.
So I came home and I had Magnus give me a hand, super gluing my thumb back together.
And by together, he means put layer after layer of super glue over that in hopes that somehow it will replace and become skin.
Worked. Never went to the hospital. I'm missing a little bit of thumb, but I still play Spelunky real good. It wasn't so much about replacing skin. It was about like getting it to stop bleeding. It was like half super glue, half of that like the liquid bandage stuff, and then blood. It was a horror show. And I'm sorry. I have a high pain tolerance, though. I was just sitting there. It was Magnus and Frag both looking at me like he might bleed out, and I'm just like,
I don't think Frag was there for that. I think it was just me.
He was there for that.
I don't think he was there for that.
I promise he was there for that because he talked about it after. He came over. We played Smash Brothers while I was still openly bleeding. Remember, and I still beat you, and you got really mad. Just use the side of my thumb instead. Look, I've.
This is a condemnation of the American healthcare system more than anything else.
I try to be a role model, but I'm not always good at it, okay? I think I'll do it like this.
Oh, this is a wreck. A wreck. This is not okay.
Have you shown chat what you've done yet?
I did! And they said, yeah, you can salvage it, and they're wrong!
Mario, it's stuck in the vacuum cleaner
Stop!
again. I don't know why I'm just... It's all I can think about now.
Oh god. I'm gonna take a leave. Goddamn headache. What even am I doing? I just want to just slam it and be like, done. How did I go with such a... I'm not. This one's going straight in the trash.
You're not even gonna put it up for the
Nope.
kids to smash?
Nope. Straight into the garbage with you.
Boy,
You gotta know if there's 51 states or 50. Well, good news. There's 54 if you count territories.
Can I see all the carvings you did? Here's Angry Mungo Magoo. It's off camera a little bit because the camera has a tough time focusing. And here's Sunset Puff Time. Hey. And we're a little bit we're better than halfway done now.
More than. About 3/4. About 3/4. Check out my past pumpkin. Turnip just put some of his pumpkin carvings in general.
Ooh. Yeah, go check them out. I will check them out later. I'm not particularly well equipped for like scene changes and things now.
Yeah, you're well away from your computer. I give up. I give up. I legitimately
Don't give up.
I cannot do.
Never give up.
Look at this.
Never surrender. It looks great. It looks really good. You can salvage this.
Don't worry.
You can salvage this. You can...
No, it doesn't. I give up. Okay, I'm going on the. I legitimately cannot do anything with this.
Yes, you can. Look, all you gotta do. What the? Like all you gotta do is.
Yeah, go on.
Here's what we do. Okay. We're gonna. Oh god, the inside of the pumpkin is so hot from your stress sweat. It's just radiating heat. It's like I'm like in front of an audience. I'm naked on the playground again.
Can I tell you about that?
So, you're 23, Elliot. So with this, you can take this and turn it into something else. Like we just remove the. You could like cut this whole swath out.
I could just punch my fist through it and be done.
And make it Isaac with Tech X. Well, what else are you gonna do with this thing? All right. Next time you're buying the pumpkins, can we see it? Yeah, at least show the people what you've done.
It's just a mess. It's a mess. it's awful.
I don't think it looks as bad as you think it does. I don't think it looks good, but I don't think it looks nearly as bad as you're like. You gotta be less afraid of failure, my dear Magnus.
It's Bonder.
Bonder from Futurama.
From Fatorama. Is that Amogus? Oh, I could do an Amogus.
Perfect, done.
Done. All right.
Because the thing with that, you can literally just carve
just carve out the whole thing,
except for the little part you have done.
Yep. Okay, that's reason. That's a good suggestion. That's a good on the fly adjustment.
Let's go, Mindy.
Good job, Mindy.
Good job, Mindy. Always good job, Mindy.
We're just gonna cut out this middle part and just throw my failures in the garbage where they belong. Hey, come along.
Not too bad. Got the outline looking good. See.
There you go.
Look at my mouth. Turns out raw pumpkin doesn't taste that good.
I ate a bunch of it growing up, and now my stomach lining smells
talking about? What are you ever talking about?
Okay. Let's think about this actually before I commit to anything else.
Got me here. It's gonna get me out of here. Fight fire with fire. My room is on fire. Let's set it more on fire.
Oh. What I want to do. I'm not like. I've already do. Okay. Then we are starting from a new canvas. With a giant hole in the middle.
A new, slightly used canvas. For sale, pumpkin shoes, never worn.
R.I.P. Hemingway. Brad Hemingway. He was my neighbor.
Hardly knew ye. I literally, I didn't know.
Precisely. Cut out.
Would this have benefited from having a camera that let you guys see what we're doing, so it's not just us working in front of you in secret and talking about how we're failing for an hour at a time?
I don't know. That has its own appeal, I think.
You're watching art, except you can't see it, Chad. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's everybody's favorite part of art, just seeing the failed creations.
None of our creations are failed yet. You have one that was on the edge of failure, and now you're turning it into something beautiful. Right? There we go. There we go. There we go. This one's adorable.
I should definitely keep cutting towards my wrists.
Where not the pumpkin?
We have the pumpkin.
I promised no medical emergencies for myself. I suppose I didn't promise that you weren't going to hurt yourself.
And no, nobody can make that promise, myself included.
I would prefer you didn't, just like as a general rule.
I'm trying my best, okay? Chris. The Amogus is gonna have an antenna. I can't do anything about that.
Okay, isn't that one of the headwear items you can get?
Probably.
I actually haven't... I played Among Us when the airship map came out, but I haven't touched it since it became like, oh, 70 player, get your whole neighborhood in on Among Us.
Wait, seriously? That's a thing?
Yeah, it's Among Us 99, like...
I was gonna say, does it have a battle royale mode at this point?
No, isn't that a thing? There's like... I know you can have more players. I don't know how many, I don't know the details of it.
Was an airship and 15 player the same update? Maybe.
Maybe. But the time I played Airship, we just did it with like 10 people, my old play group who I used to occasionally play with. I've played Among Us. I played Among Us with like my old Among Us specific friend group, right? And then I played Among Us with the Spelunky folks like Xana and Shula and Lytorius and Tinybox and them. And Twig. And Xana. And Dumpster Shark. And Jim Jewel. I don't want to leave anyone out. I think I'm forgetting people.
Sounds like your name.
And
dropping
Zen
at
Connection.
this point.
It was fun. It was cool playing with like other streamers and stuff. But then like, for one, my numbers sucked. For two, everyone was like, "You're a sellout." For three, it's difficult to like because everyone's like, "Oh, Poison, you should play viewer co-op with Among Us," and that doesn't work because people will cheat. I'm not saying you would cheat, random chat member who would like to do that instead of not doing it. Like I'm saying, we're not going to do it. But I am saying people would for sure cheat. And also, half the community is like, well, Among Us, I hate that. I'm not watching it. It stresses me out because it's gaslighting the game. There's a lot of reasons I don't continue playing Among Us, but I would love... Orion Heart, that's what I'm forgetting. I love playing with Orion. Orion's very good at Among Us. But like...
Thoughts? Prayers?
You have them both. It's salvaged.
Why don't I feel good about this? We're gonna call this right here.
I think it looks good.
I appreciate your thoughts. I have nothing against the art of Among Us. Good. It's just, yeah, it's certainly a game of manipulation to an extent. You have to be able to lie to people, and some people have trouble with that. Some people have trouble dealing with it.
You keep throwing this subtle shade. No, some people have hearts, and others, well, they were just born without. You ever play Kingdom Hearts? Anyway, Poison type, how's your pumpkin going?
Could you hand me a tea light? Oh, this one's not even going on the screen. This one's going. This is the redheaded stepchild we're just putting in the attic in the middle of season 2 that we're never gonna see again.
No, show. At least show it.
Look what I made, chat. It's awful.
Is that a Bogus?
Is that a bogus? It's a bogus.
Is that Bender wearing Tech X? Is that a forgotten Star Wars character?
Thank you, Sunset. I hate it. Good job. Okay, you can go over here where no one can see.
You're literally just hiding it away?
Yeah.
It doesn't look that bad.
It's not great.
It doesn't look that bad.
Look at this workspace. Okay. So Bender might have been a bridge too far, a bit too ambitious, perhaps. Which is weird, because I got spammed and done.
Are you gonna do something simple for the last one?
I think simple is gonna be the best way to go.
Grab both, would you?
Yeah. Oh, that is a very rotten top, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
They were all good when I brought them in.
They aged.
Well, we all do.
Some quicker than others.
Hey, Mario!
Stop!
While you down there.
Here.
Thank you.
My brother saw the clip of you making the Puff Time pumpkin and asked why you had a Fortnite mask.
Man of
Halloween.
taste, your brother.
Why is it making a bun emo? Making the bun. Shoot. What should my last one be? Something simple for sure. I feel like I peaked with Spamton. And you do no Sunset. We're only doing one Jigglypuff. Well, Jigglypuff will be simple. We could do Jigglypuff, but from seen from above.
I get the joke. Certainly a Voltorb.
The last one, do another Spamton.
You peaked. See, this is what happens. You get locked into content on Twitch. You gotta
keep doing it over and over. They want the same content. They need it. What should I do? Poison's icon would be simple.
That's gonna be my last one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna leave that to you. Risk of Rain 2 Commando.
I haven't played the Risk of Rain games. Are they worth it?
Risk of Rain 2 is really fun. Risk of Rain 1 was okay. It was more like a side-scroller roguelike, but Risk of Rain 2 is like it feels a lot more open. It's 3D. The gunplay is like the tightest, the nicest I've ever felt. Like honestly, every shot you fire just feels like it confirms really good. I like it. Spamton spoiler edition. Now let's get away from Spamton for a minute. What else can we do? Nah, right to the pumpkin sauce.
Okay, mine is very, very close to done.
Thirdly. My brand is not Deltarune. Actual answer, Sans.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, so Joker mask? Which Joker? There's so many.
You have it on your arm.
That's a very fair point. It also seems quite difficult. There's a lot of pointy edges. I think Sans would be easier.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'll think about it while I get the head off. Ugh. God.
Right.
I'll think about it while decapitating. Hiya! The Joker mask would probably be good, but like I don't have confidence in myself after the Bender fiasco.
Oh my god, you gotta do something.
Yeah, I can't just waffle forever. I think Sans might be the way to go. I think Sans is a good idea. We can mix Deltarune and Undertale. That's okay. The Sans is a fan favorite, and he's in Smash Brothers, so he technically can.
The eyes and nose.
Still can't believe they put Sans in Smash. I love it.
Do with a little cleaning up, but I think we're done with all the heavy lifting here.
Poison doing the bunkin'? Yes. Yes, he is. You good over there? Got ready? Show it off? Present, show what you made to the class?
I plugged my laptop in real quick. It died.
Try to find one that's simple.
I think I'm gonna need some cleanup. I'm gonna need to do some cleanup work here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just to make everything light up better. I think we got there.
That seems a little too complex. I probably wouldn't be able to get away with it.
Those are some good Sans pumpkins.
This one's already half rotted. I'm about that.
Oh, that one's actually dope.
Yeah, right. This seems like to be the simplest way to go, right? Least most room for error.
Look, man, all you. Whatever you feel like doing.
What is going on over here?
Yeah.
What do you think? You think I should go for that one? Look at that.
That's showing up.
I got the bun.
I gotta clean up. I should clean up around the eyes a little bit, but that's a bung. The bung pumpkin.
Alright, I think I'm gonna
Yay!
go. I think I'm gonna go with this one.
Quality pumpkins. Good. Okay, cool. Where's the last pumpkin?
It's up there.
Alright. Under there. Alright. Thanks for sticking around for this, chat. A simple and silly, fun little Halloween stream. Spent $35 on a Fortnite costume.
That nearly choked you to death.
Oh my god, that was not a bit. I couldn't breathe in that thing.
It was hilarious.
Like I was actively wheezing.
Watching you try to zip that.
We're... No, I thought it was a good idea in the first place. I'm going wide with the top this time. I think I got very small tops of the other ones. Alright, home stretch, chat.
We're almost there. Just keep believing.
Oh yeah, that's a good design. I like yours. It's a good final pumpkin.
Simple. I feel like I could make it wider. It doesn't matter. Okay. This.
I will in a minute.
Do you have the detailer?
You can have the deal.
No professional grade names for this stuff.
45? No, I said 35. It's $35. I got free shipping with Amazon Prime. For first thing I've ever ordered with Prime that showed up on time. It's just like, here you go, idiot. Thanks, Fortnite. Thank you, Jeffrey Fortnite Bezos.
You did it.
Scoop everything.
I didn't even scoop this. I don't need to, actually. Like, look, I'm not going in. I'm just playing around.
Mario.
Stop.
Why is that? I'm sorry, that's my favorite type of the stream. I feel like most of chat has never seen the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Yes, I have. I'm glad you have, Jack. No, this has been a nice little way to spend Halloween.
Yeah, it's a good time.
My last several Halloweens have, not unlike my birthday, been full of tragic events and deep sadness and letdown and shame. But one holiday at a time, you know? We're fixing it. I made my birthday good. This has been a good Halloween. Glad you shared it with me. I own a Super Show DVD? Nice.
Send it.
This pumpkin is particularly stringy on the inside. I'm not thrilled with the sensation.
Yeah, that's been something that I've had having to do is avoid making weird faces this entire time. What does that reach into this thing and pull out its innards? Ooh.
Are you gonna fix my Christmas? I'd go down your chimney, bun. Roast. This is why I don't know if it's just because I haven't built up the pumpkin tolerance that I thought.
I mean, we're only 4 in.
Right. Absolutely terrible.
Why is Toby Fox just the god of all things internet? Because he knows.
Because you don't know Neil Cicierega. Cicierega.
Oh, Neil. No, Jesse, that's what he said.
Now, like 3 people that have played it and not loved it. Undertale.
It's because I didn't get far enough in. I'm gonna do the genocide route.
One of my all-time favorite video game experiences that I would never do again.
Still haven't done it.
It's heart-wrenching.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to do it. I don't want to hurt all my friends. Yes, I know you were doing the Sans battle a little while ago. You didn't end up finishing it up? The Sans fight is tough. It's really tough.
I was too stubborn to go back for healing items.
So you just no-hit it?
Took me like 3 hours.
Block.
3 hours only? Yeah. Took me weeks in middle school. Undertale came out when I was 40.
Fuck. When did Undertale come out? What year did Undertale come out? Like 2016? 2015? I say? Right? Out of thereabouts?
Like 2014, 2015 sounds right.
Yeah. Is
it older than that?
2015. Okay, everybody seems to be confirmed 2015. So, how old was I? It wasn't late in the year. I was probably like 22, so I was just barely a functioning, quote-unquote, functioning adult when Undertale came out.
I was about to turn 30 when y'all were in middle school. Yep. Or younger.
Oh, where does the time go? was a little baby. I was 22. I was a large baby. Talented.
I do.
Now it's just saturated in pumpkin excess. You have the detail?
Yes.
Okay. That's okay. I think I can work with the thing. See, all I need to do is mouth. Mouth. Outlines.
Just doing this one freehand.
Look at you. What was your last one? Did you decide?
Yeah, I figured I'd do like... I want to do something by Da Vinci, but Mona Lisa seemed too, like... obvious.
Yeah. I mean, that's what everybody does.
Yeah, so I'm going Vitruvian Man.
Make sure you get all the angles right. Notice how all the perspective points point towards his dome.
Mario!
Stop.
Boy, I should have did a hack job on that side. Alright, whoops.
I may need a detail or something, but no rush.
No rush? Good.
Yeah, take your time. How much longer did that Stardew soundtrack have, or we moved on to another one entirely?
I have no idea what music's playing. But assume if it was like AC/DC or something, like chat would have stopped me by now.
10 hours.
You got your own stream.
Yeah, I
Go buy your own pumpkins.
just want to be able to remove these pieces without also bring up the lines. My current challenge. Like pulling teeth with this guy.
Why do you only have one voice?
I will have you know, I have at least 3 voices. I just used the one the most. Oh, I had to go from very high highs to very low lows for a lot of Deltarune characters. I know that I have multiple voices. But the one's the funniest. The 90s comedian that nobody likes. That's... But where's Seinfeld?
That's again going to take some cleaning up on the outside. I think this one came out good. Upon closer inspection, it has not.
Oh, it's fine. You just gotta make a circle. Your own.
Yeah, at least 4 or 5 times a day.
I don't know if there's any updates. Got it from twitter.com/sunsetbyplane.
What's the latest news of that poison type fella?
You listen to your own music?
Donald Blum. It turns out this one's my folly.
I don't think so. I think it turned out fine. I like the jiggle. I like the wiggle. Okay, so we're keeping all that part. I'm just gonna...
Looks too jiggly.
No, that's part of the appeal. You gotta lean into that now. Really got to make it dangle. Really, just cut up a little bit off the top. I want to say why are you like this, but truthfully, it's why are we like this?
Rose, I'm glad your commute home has gone well. Welcome back.
We're still hacking away.
We're getting close to being done.
Yep, we are on our last pumpkins. What is this finishing up? I am not too far behind, actually.
In a race, just enjoy the journey.
Good look back from the finish line, loser.
I have like 2 more cuts and I'm done. Let you.
Oh, I've gotta go a little bit further with the detailer and then just extract everything out of the middle.
I feel like I just narrowly missed my own hand. On the other side of this. I have almost had to go to the hospital for the first time at the very end. Be quite the stumble at the finish line, wouldn't it? Learn from my mistakes.
Do we?
I kind of make a career out of learning from my mistakes.
I just make a career out of making mistakes. For some reason, people hang out.
That is the big thing, right?
I mean, if you can be entertaining in your mistakes, then more power to you, right? As long as you're providing that quality content TM that everybody craves.
Oh, that's really a hack job.
Y'all done?
Well, let me...
The fruit knife is starting to get diminishing returns in terms of the detailing aspect. Proud of yourself. Feel good?
A 3 out of 4, I think so.
I'm hoping to feel the same way.
How did that... I cut off another part of it? Oh, Jesus. How did that even come off?
Start extracting it piece by piece.
Boy, the official poison-type pumpkin.
Oh, do share. Doesn't mean.
I guess can you do me a favor and pull Poison's finger?
Mama, I was hoping for Mario.
Mix it up a little bit. Can't do the same thing. Pumpkin sucks. The tea light doesn't even want to go into it.
It's rejecting it.
No, give me one of Magnus's pumpkins.
We're gonna have to turn the light off before the end of the stream and just like have them all glowing. Just have them linger for the last few minutes.
It doesn't even really have a wick.
Gotta slowly
Oh, okay, there we go.
carve this
There you
out
go.
piece by
There you go.
piece.
There you go. There you go. That's much better. That's much more fire.
Hooray!
Lit. Am I using tea lights incorrectly? Are you supposed to do more with these?
Nope. Nope, that is literally the only thing you can do with them. I mean, you could eat them, but no. I know it's tempting.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, I guess it looks a little better on stream.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, see, the official poison-type pumpkin.
I've realized how much work is going to go into peeling this part off.
Yeah, it actually came out good.
Okay.
All right, I can live with the way.
Which one of us is going to have to drive you to the hospital by the end of this?
No, I only have one small wound, and it was not from a knife.
I nearly just jammed this into my wrist. Kind of. Get this portion, like, cut. Really gotta work at it. Hands are already off.
It looks good.
It doesn't! I'm realizing I maybe should have just left it as it was.
Where is... This is my lid? I think so. This might be yours. Yours? Okay. Where's my lid? Where's my last lid? I hope it's not it.
Feel around in the brain stew.
Boy, I've had about enough of that. There is... Where's the other lid? Is there a lid kicking around? Is this my lid? No way this is my lid. You took my lid.
I don't think so. Doesn't sound like me.
I hate it when you repeat my own words back to me. Things that I would say exactly. Did I sound like that? Watching you guys hang out does something for my soul. Well, I'm glad you got to be a part of it, Rose.
I've made a huge mistake, but I've committed to it.
You think this stream is going on YouTube? I could start putting more streams on YouTube, I think. I made the VODs channel for Monday night stuff, and I just haven't updated it. I gotta do that. I got some finished YouTube content coming up this week that'll be good. You will enjoy it, chat. And then maybe we'll put it up there.
The thing about this is it now requires me to, like, even it out.
What are you doing to his forehead?
I was supposed to peel out the entire part of this. On the outside, except for this part, and obviously that part. Like so. Yes, but it's not strong enough.
It's like a military punishment.
You gotta do a piece by agonizing piece. Actually, that one came out pretty easy.
Go wash out all the camelbacks. Here's your toothbrush. Talking actual camels. You should post the video you made live on stream. Yeah, I'm going to. I have a lot happening, okay?
A lot going on in his life.
Don't mention lemons? Why can't we mention lemons? Why? Okay. I was just looking at my recommended channels.
Mm-hmm.
And I have Isaac, Smash Brothers, Isaac, and Galgun, double piece.
Boys, we both know why that's there.
I don't know. No.
You're telling me you don't own that?
Yes, I am telling you that.
You're telling me if I don't look in our shared Steam library right now, I will not see Galgun double piece?
Yeah, you won't. Like, I don't have it. Let me check and see if I have it.
There you go.
No, I don't have it. I don't. I have Galgun VR, but that's its own game. That was because I bought, like, a dozen games when Salt got the Vive and I lived with him. And that was on sale, and it's like, oh, cute anime girls. I played it. It's just like, this is creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Barbie Ocean Disco.
Barbie Ocean Disco.
I was never big into Barbies. I wasn't allowed to have them as a kid.
The Barbieverse is getting really big. I heard they're doing a live-action film with it.
Yeah, next time I do a stream like this, I gotta make sure the camera isn't so blurry. Thanks for putting up with it the whole time, chat. Because it's focused on all the pumpkins. Like I wish if I had more room in here, like I would have had it pan out and have the pumpkins on this side. But what you're seeing is like my entire room. Actually, it's Barbie Ocean Discovery. I can still make out with the two of you. You're all is good. Okay, cool. Scuffed camera, best camera. I don't know if I agree with that, but it's functional. It's fine. It worked
for the most part. It did like to focus on the pumpkins, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Oh, yeah, I'm ruining the mouth. It's the only good part.
Oh, I didn't realize how much my head was sweating. Oh my god, it's actually dripping sweat. That's.
I once again I have flown too close to the sun, and my wings of wax are burning out. No, don't keep going. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. It looks good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you lying to me?
No, I wouldn't lie to you.
Yeah, you're right.
No, that's good.
Does it? Yeah. Okay.
The only thing bad about it focusing on the pumpkins is spammed and staring into my soul. That's attractive. Thanks, Rose. No, I got the official poison type pumpkin here. Can I fit them all? While Magnus finishes his?
Oh god.
We got the bunkin.
I definitely did not just right across his mouth.
Stagger him a little bit.
I feel like this would look okay in the dark.
We got sunset punk
And
time.
by that I mean like if you turn off the lights and left the room.
Don't be so hard on yourself. It looks fine.
No! Don't be nice to me.
We got the Mongo Magoo pumpkin. Am I setting these up too preemptively? I hope you don't feel like I'm rushing you.
No. Believe me, this is not a masterpiece worthy of not being rushed. This is crunch time right here.
Oh, because the music just ended too.
Oh, did it? Oh
Yeah.
shit. Well, now I really gotta hustle, huh?
I mean, we could put on some other music.
My hands are simultaneously wet and sticky, and somehow also dry.
Why is this a surprise? Can I? Well, what's some fitting music?
I'm gonna try the Jeopardy. Song. Spoopy Halloween's in there.
Is that what you want to just?
How many times I've heard this song?
That was the background music for the Poison Talks with Jess. I mean, this has been a good Poison type Halloween, I think. Agnes, thanks for coming with me.
Thanks for having me. This has been fun, except for this last part.
You removed his nose.
Oh, I did! Oh no, where'd it go?
Wait, put it on ice and fix this. What'd you do with his nose?
I don't know! Oh, there it is.
Is that?
Super glue. Are you gonna nail it on?
Hold on. What did I do with the nails?
Perfect. Now it's recognizable again. Okay, chat. I want to preempt this by saying I looked up a stencil recipe and I'm like, oh, this looks simple. All you got to do is cut this part, and cut the rest out. And you can determine the rest from the jaunty way I've been holding this fruit knife and just hacking away as to the quality that you are about to experience on a visceral level. Hope you enjoy Sans Undertale.
There you go.
Yeah.
More nails is more better. Just you could leave it like that. Leave the marker on.
I'm an artist. It must be perfect.
Hey, how do you know all these jack-o'-lanterns are related? Because they're pumpkin. They're equally jacked up. From Geekin' Man and me to you.
Oh god, the last portion, I swear. This is mercifully gonna be over soon.
No, it's been a little scuffed, it's been a little quiet, but it's been a good stream.
It was fun. Had a good time. Hope everybody had a good time. I hope Chad had a good time. Perfect. There we go. What do you think? What do you think? A plus? A plus? A minus? I feel like it's gonna be better if you turn off the lights and just stamp on it. Just crush it underfoot.
Let me. You can pop the lid on that one. Let me see if I can arrange so they're all visible here. Maybe pull these back just a little bit.
A masterpiece.
The lights all still on? Or did I nail this one on? That light's on, that light's on.
Yeah, don't get too excited down with thank me's, believe me.
You like that?
Yeah. This is
Relight that.
a nightmare.
Take your water bottle. Just gonna get it all lined up for the final lineup of the pumpkin, the poison type pumpkin Halloween special.
Pumpkin meat. You want one?
One.
Why is this at an angle? Oh, it must have like.
Why did all of your candles go out and none of mine did?
Candle that burns twice as fast.
Goes in the Among Us pumpkin.
So melted at an angle, and therefore put themselves out.
Okay.
Sans Undertale did in fact keep a lit.
Okay. Let's see if I can. We're gonna do the grand reveal of the Sans Undertale.
He would be proud of me, that's for certain. Sans himself would think that it's a great portrait. The rest of us, I don't think so much.
No, look, it looks great on camera. Actually,
It actually does look all right on camera.
it is hideous in person. It is, as long as you can't quite see it.
Yeah, if you blur your eyes a little bit, it looks alright.
See, the blurry camera, all along it was calculated. And if the Among Us pumpkin can't quite make it in,
That's okay. There we go. Is Bampton lit?
is he?
I don't know. I don't think Sans went deep enough.
Look at that. It's just, you can barely see anything that we worked on.
Hooray!
I think this is not the final reveal I was hoping.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think. Spantha just got the two eyes. The Bible thumb actually came out okay.
I mean, no, they look good.
They look good.
They look good.
They look alright. 3 to 4 ain't bad.
3 out of 4 out of 8. 3 out of 8 ain't bad.
6 out of 8, pretty good. Batting 750.
Jesus.
I have so much pumpkin residue
Yeah, this
everywhere. It's like, oh yeah, we got the tablecloth. We're gonna keep this nice. It's a mess in here. It is a mess.
Yeah. So. Oh man, show us the floor. I will not. Thank you everyone for coming and hanging out for the poison type Halloween mini special. This was nice.
It's a good time.
Agnes, I appreciate you coming and Jesus, we spent 3 hours.
Did we
doing
really
this?
spend 3 hours? Oh my god, like almost exactly now that I'm looking at it.
Had a good time.
Not bad.
And Salt City Slayer with the last second sub. Thanks, dude.
For Jesse and Ben. Or no, Jesse for Salt City. What?
Just buy him a sub.
Yeah, I guess he didn't have one. Gives away 20 gift subs a week and doesn't forget to subscribe himself.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, and we have to keep the train going.
Oh, we got oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna be back tomorrow with my regularly scheduled programming of Monday Viewer Co-op, but it sure does look like Chazran TV is carving some pumpkins. So I figure we can go and say hey to him.
Sounds good. Love us some
Hold on,
Chaz.
Let me pull chat up so I can say goodbye properly. Thanks for being here.
For having me.
You, I was talking to chat.
Oh,
I said it to you.
Thanks for being here, chat. Appreciate y'all. It's a good time.
Not it for me. Go play some Fortnite. Great message is bloopus? What does that even mean? Oh, I'm still online. It's gonna take a second to go and shut it down. This was a good time.
It was fun. What do we do now?
We bring these all outside. Okay.